Over the wicket, balls to Lewis. Yorker, loud appeal is out. First ball out. Oh my Lord, what a start. What a start by Wood. The left arm seamer, first ball up, plumb in front. Unless he got battened to that, he's out. First ball, what a start here by England. Oh my Lord. West Indies in trouble. Unless he got a bat onto that East plumb leg before, what a delivery. Oh my Lord, East plumb. Plumb. Evan Lewis out first delivery. West Indies off to the worst possible start in the second T20 international. He has to get back onto that. Otherwise, he's plumb leg before. Hedge, please, edge. Was there hedge? Oh, it was a bat hit in the ground. It's a bat hit in the ground. The ball already passed. He's out, you know. What a start here. So they're double checking it, but there was no spikes. The ball passed and then the bat hit the ground. And that big spikes tell you that it's really the bat hitting the ground. Oh my Lord, West Indies off to the worst possible start. Let's watch the review. Let's watch DRS. I'm just waiting on ball tracking. What are they saying? That he got hedged to it? Yes, man. Wow. It's the worst possible start for West Indies as Hood knocked back as Hood struck Evan Lewis plumb in front of the very first delivery of the match. West Indies 1 wicket down for no runs. In truth and fact, it's an almost unplayable delivery first up in a match. I challenge you, Hood will probably never bowl a delivery like that again, first up in a match. Unfortunately, Evan Lewis was the victim of a really, really good delivery. And you can't blame batsmen for those. You just have to say, next time. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the #1 cricket channel in the Caribbean. I thank you for being here. I appreciate your company. I look forward to talking with you and as we interact during the second T20 international between the West Indies and England. It's a victory roar today. I think that we are going to win this match. Despite that setback, we are still going to win. So, Hood, is it? It's a left-arm seamer. It's not the Mark Hood that we know of. This is a left-arm seamer. There's a slip in place and a leg slip. He comes in, bowls. No, that's a no ball. That's a no ball. Yes, it's a no ball, a full pitch no ball, a fast delivery above the waist. He's working up some pace here now, but you can see that the big number 7 is a wild one. And that's why it was just a cracking delivery first up to Evan Lewis. And he was unable to deal with it. Well, you know, you have to give the ball credit. It was a cracking delivery first up. Here's Wood, round the wicket, left arm, balls to Hope, who swung this to the man at the edge of the circle at mid-on. But it was a free hit. And so, no damage done. So, 1 more to the total. So, he's off the mark. The England teams they're practically enjoying this. They are laughing at us, which I never like. I never like to see the laugh, but you cannot blame them. They are in the driver's seat, aren't they? So West Indies here in a spot of bother. So Charles on strike. Wood over the wicket, bowls to Charles. Charles turned this down to a region of about back with a square leg. the leg slip comes to his left, picked up, or was it off the Tide pad? We're going to look and see if it was off the Tide pad or not. The graphics are not yet on the screen, so we'll tell you. Nonetheless, though, West Indies have moved up to 3-1 in over number 1. So Charles is off the mark. He did get back onto it. So both West Indies batsmen are off the mark at this stage. Please remember to slash a like on the video. Wood bowls to Hope, full toss, steered away into the covers, and there is no run. So always remember to slash a like on the video. It's important that we get those likes going because the likes are a part of the interaction. So please remember, slash those likes on the video, and so we can get those interaction going. Hope is on 1. Charles is on 1. 4 deliveries have been bowled. Let's watch Hood. Left arm seamer over the wicket. The slip goes down, pitched up to Charles. Charles driven it to mid-on, and there is no run. So he went again for that delivery that he got Evan Lewis with. But as I said, it was always going to be impossible to repeat that delivery. Probably in a spell now that he's in this spell, but to repeat that delivery first up, it reminds me of Mid-Stark knocking back the leg stump of, was it Rory Burns? First delivery in the Ashes series. The one that Root got fired, and that one angled away from Charles as he was beaten on the outside edge. End of over number 1. West Indies 3-1 after 1 over. Three for 1 after 1 over. It was a cracking delivery first up to Evan Lewis. There's no doubt about it. Cracking delivery. So we have seen Luke Wood. He has been troubled by injuries, and he has not always been in the team, but that was a cracking delivery first up. It seems. Give me a minute, please. Let me try to sort out some lighting. My apology for that. I hope the lighting is now much better. The score is now 4-1. Dawson, the architect of the West Indies destruction in the first match, is now into the attack. So Dawson is into the attack. He's bowling to the West Indies captain Shea Hope. He has a ring of 4 on the offside from short third man backward point cover and mid-off. Left arm orthodox spinner bowls to Hope, who played it to the field at mid-wicket. So there are 4 on the offside, short third man, backward point cover, mid-off. Then there's a mid-on, a mid-wicket, and a short fine leg. Those are the 7 inside the circle. Dawson round the wicket, bowls to Hope, and Hope goes deep in his crease and hit it down to mid-wicket. Has it gone all the way? Let's watch. Yes, it has gone all the way. And Shea Hope moves up now to 7 as the West Indies score goes up to 10-1 after 1.5 overs. This is a must-win game for the West Indies. As you see there, it is very important that we get a partnership here at the start. Mark here, Evan Lewis got a roll ball up front, but then let's watch Dawson. Round the wicket, bowls to Hope. Hope deep in his crease, and he played it to the left of Adil Rashid at short fine leg and allows them to go through for a run. So West Indies 11 for 1. West Indies made one change to their playing 11, leaving out Andre Russell and including Akil Hussain, who arrived in England earlier this morning. And so West Indies are 11 for 1. So Russell has been dropped. You know, I always say that great players must stay around until they are dropped. And so, and I'm not one who, if, how to put it now, I will always encourage players, dominant players, to not stay around until they are dropped. You need to know when to call it. Just like Usain Bolt, when he realized that, no, I'm not going to continue to be winning, he retired. And so there's a lot of persons who would have loved to beat Usain Bolt, but they never got the opportunity. Luke Wood bowls to Hope, who mistimed the drive to mid-on, and they go through for a quick single. One more to the total, 12 for 1. Muhammad Ali is another one he stayed around far too long, and a number of boxers who could not have beaten Muhammad Ali in his prime end up beating him because he stayed around too long. So I'm always saying that if you are dominant in your sports, don't stay around too long until you are dropped or you start getting beaten. So let's watch the field now. This 4-3 inside the circle, balls to Charles, beaten outside the half stump. Charles honestly doesn't know what's going on here, as Luke Wood is cranking it up. Just trying to see the mileage on that delivery, the velocity, the speed. I'm not seeing it. Charles beaten out between bat and pad, outside the half stump. He's late all over the place. 2.2 overs have been bowled, 12 for 1. West Indies been asked to take first strike by England. Please remember, let's get those likes up to 50. It's very important. And I told you he wasn't seeing the delivery because obviously complaining about something behind the bowler's arm, because the way that he played at that delivery just now, it's clear that he was not seeing it. And yes, so it's very important that he be able to see every delivery. So, he did complain because you could see the way he played at that delivery, and you could tell that, he's not really seeing the ball. And so there's something there he's complaining about. So what I do not know exactly what he's complaining about, but so the West Indies playing 11, as you see there on the screen, it's Lewis, it's Charles, Lewis, Hope, Chase, Rutherford, Powell, Shepherd, Older, Hussain, Moti, and Joseph. Okay, what does that mean here? So that's the West Indies playing 11. As I said, they have left out Andre Russell, and we are 1-0 down in this series. Therefore, it's a match that we have to win. And for those of us who just joining, West Indies were asked to take first strike by England. And Evan Lewis, very first delivery, plumb leg before by Luke Wood. It was a cracking delivery. I do not think that any batsman in the world would survive that first cracking delivery. You'd have to be lucky. It was really the left arm seamer over the wicket. Full pitch Yorker that swung late. And once he didn't get a hedge onto it, he was always going to be in trouble. So they're trying to sort out whatsoever is happening to Johnson Charles. And, as I saw that delivery bowled, I did say that he's not seeing the delivery. He's nowhere near it. And I guess there's an issue with his background. It was a cracking delivery. So he went for naught, one delivery. Since then, Johnson Charles, he is on 2 from 5 deliveries, and Shea Hope is on 9 from 9 deliveries, including one lovely shot over deep mid-wicket for 6 off the bowling of Dawson. So It's very interesting that we get those likes up to 50. We need to get those likes up to 50. They are just at 24, and as I always said, if you're not seeing the thumbs up button on this wonderful Sunday morning in Jamaica, if you're not seeing the thumbs up button, just click off where you see the live chat, and then the thumbs up button will come up. So it appears that white line running across the side screen. And if this had happened in the West Indies, you would have heard so many things. You'd have heard so many things. It looked like Sheob said that they will play with it. You'd have heard so many things. You'd have heard how we are backward and all of those things if this had happened in the West Indies. But here it is happening in England. There are so many times we see things happen in the West Indies and we bash cricket West Indies. Luke Wood round the wicket, over the wicket, bowls to Charles, swing, miss, goes through to the keeper. So many times things happen in the West Indies and we do not do our research and see how it goes in other countries before we start bashing cricket West Indies. So please slash those likes on the video, please. And so that we can get up to a comfortable 50 likes as quick as possible. So here is Luke Wood. This is still a same 4-3 field. Bowls to Charles. Charles drives, cannot beat mid-off. And there is no run. So let me give you the field for Luke Wood to Charles. There is a short third man. Then there's backward point. There's mid-off. There's cover. So short third man, backward point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, and a short fine leg. There's also a man, there are two fielders out on the onside. So two fielders out on the onside. Bowls to Charles, bottom edge it through to the keeper, no run. I'm trying to find out where those two fielders out on the onside. There are no one deep on the offside. So there's a 4 on the offside, 5 on the onside field. Johnson Charles here is beaten for pace again by Luke Wood. Clearly, he's beating him for pace. And maybe the eyes are catching up with Johnson Charles. Luke Wood, over the wicket, bowls to Charles, pitched up, and Charles drive inside edge into his boot, out into the offside. 12 for 1 after 3 overs. Charles really struggling here against the pace of Luke Wood. Really struggling here against. He's not really being able to deal with it. He's really late on many of the shots. Very late. And he's not being able to deal with the pace of Luke Wood. So 36 likes. Please continue to slash a like on the video. Let's get up to the required target of 50. As you see there, West Indies has to take first strike by England. Going on also in St. Anne's at the Ultimate Cricket Club in Ultimate Cricket Ground in St. Anne. Hope swings at this one from Cars and it goes to mid-on. Charles charged on the wicket looking for a single, but it's not on. And it's the same 4-3 field inside the circle, where there are 4 fielders from short third man to mid-off, and then there's 3 on the onside, where you have the mid-on, the mid-wicket, and the short fine leg. I'm trying to identify the 2 persons outside of the circle, and as soon as I do that, I will let you know. Big up Roxanne Cars. Short fine leg. Cars bowls to Hope, who turn this away down towards fine leg, and it goes into the boundary for 4. So there is a backward square leg. So we can tell you that there's a backward square leg deep on the boundary. West Indies 16 for 1. Not Roxanne Cars, I'm sorry, Roxanne Gray. And Roxanne Gray want to give her a special shout out. She's now the newest financial supporter of the cricket channel. So big up Roxanne Gray. I really appreciate it. Cars bowls to Hope over the top, over long off. It gone all the way, 6 runs, 22 for 1. Shea Hope is on fire this morning. So that's 3 sixes now for the West Indies captain. Cars pitched up and he was into the drive and he hit it straight over long off. Good to see there that he didn't try to go across the line, but he hit the ball from where it was coming and it was dropped in the crowd. Good shot by the West Indies captain. Long may it continue. He played that shot well, you know. He played it well. Here's Cars. He's up over the wicket. Bowls to Hope. And Hope steered this away down to third man for 4 more. On the back foot, he just guided to the right of the short third man. The backward point on the boundary was unable to come around in time as it goes into the boundary. So I can tell you the field now. I can tell you where the 9 fielders are. Short third man, backward point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, short fine leg, backward square leg deep on the onside, and there's a backward point deep on the cover boundary. Those are the 9 fielders. As Cars bowls to open up, just ease this down to that man on the cover boundary, and they go through for a single. That fielder is Luke Wood, 3.5 overs, West Indies 27 for 1. 27 for 1 West Indies after 3.5 overs. So the run rate is just about 7. We are in over 1 delivery to come in over number 4. Cars, none for 15. He comes in now to Charles. Over the wicket, the right arm seamer bowls to Charles. Charles swings again and miss. But now obliges by missing the delivery. And they go for 1. They should come back for 2. And they are back. Oh, they are only for 1? Why is it only for 1? They should have run harder. That ball went very close to the boundary, right behind the keeper, and they only gone for 1. And if you are England captain, well, I don't want to say what I would do if I am England captain. I really want to concentrate on West Indies. But Johnson Charles, I think, it's been very late. And a number of the deliveries is very hot, you know, and it's very hot, very, very hot. So I have the fan running, and that's why I got in trouble with the lights, because I didn't want to use all the lights. I was just trying to use one light, and then it went. So it's the nature of the game. It's the nature of the game. So Dawson, the left arm orthodox spinner, is going to go around the wicket, and I'm 6 fielders. I'm seeing 6 fielders inside the circle. Where's the 7th one? I'll tell you as soon as I get it. Dawson around the wicket, down the leg side, wide signal, 29 for 1. So big up Roxanne Gray. We appreciate your kind generosity. 29 for 1, Dawson. The left arm orthodox spinner. The destroyer of the West Indies in the first T20. Bowls to Charles, who gave himself room and cracks it down to the cover boundary for 4. He gave himself room. He connects, hitting it off the stump down to the cover boundary for 4. West Indies 33 for 1. He middled that well. He just slide that left foot and then just cracks it away down to the boundary for 4. Dawson, look out for the arm ball, Charles. He went to reverse sweep, swings, misses, goes through to the keeper. It was more of a switch hit than a reverse sweep. It wasn't really the reverse sweep. It was a switch hit. And he plays it very powerfully. But then the batsman fired it outside what became the half stump. Down the leg side, wide signal, 34 for 1 in over number 5. So the run rate just reaching about up to 8 now. 7.85. Dawson, left arm orthodox, round the wicket, bowls to Charles, who gave himself room and cracks it away for 4 more. He backs away again and cracks it down to the backward point boundary for 4. And that pushes the West Indies score up now to 38 for 1 after 4.3. Lovely shot by Johnson Charles. Those were 2 cracking shots by the West Indies right-hand opening batsman as he gave himself room, hit it away. That one was missing the stump. That one was going to bounce over the stump. Unlike the first one, which he played exactly off the stump. So, changing the field as Darcy comes up in now. Round the wicket, bowls to Charles, and Charles looks to sweep. Leg down the leg side, lower appeal. Butler is convinced that he got something onto it. Are they going to go for it? This should be a wide though, you know. But they are waiting to see. So they are gone for it. Butler is convinced, and Harry Brook is laughing as he makes it. We need to find a way to get those laugh off the English face, you know. We need to find a way. We need to find a way. The likes is at 45. Please continue to slash a like on the video. Just click off the live chat, and then you will see the thumbs up button if you're not seeing it, and then you can slash a like on the video. It was down the leg side. He looks to sweep. What did that come off for? We'll need a different angle to see if it came off the gloves, but it was very close. It was very close to the gloves. Let's see. There was some deviation there, you know. There was some deviation there. Ball tracking is going to be very interesting, but to me, it looks like the ball changed direction as it passes the gloves. Not out. They lost an appeal. Not out. Not out. Not out. Hold that. England lost their first appeal. So Harry Brook running in and with a broad smile on his face, you know. Oh, I want to have a look, Holmes. I want to have a look. I want to see his face now. I would love to see his face now. You know, I want to have a look, Holmes. I would love to see his face now. Definitely. Darcy bowls to Charles, who gave himself room and swung it down to Cow Corner. There's a fielder there. 1 more to the total. 39 for 1. After 4.5 overs. 1 over to come. 1 over to come. Good day, SOS Music Labor. Good to see you. Good to see you. Comes in now. Round the wicket. Bowls to Charles. Charles on the front foot, and he strokes it down to the fielder at a wide mid-off position. And did they go through for a single? Let's see if they went through for a single. Yes, so it's 40 for 1 after 5 overs. Charles will keep the strike. He's on 11. Hope is 25. Oh, very good point there, SOS Music Label. Wide, no wide was signal. Very good point. Very good point. So I guess, what about the in-game analysis? Analytical precision with in-depth match data. You know, come on, Shea Hope. You can't be at the crease and allow that to pass you. You should have gone to the umpire and asked him what about the wide. At least check. The umpire does not have to signal the wide, but Shea Hope should have checked. Definitely. Cars bowls to Charles, and Charles bottom edge it to mid-on. There is no run. The score remains at 40 for 1. Sorry, Shea Hope, please. Shea Hope is on strike. Yes, the champion. They didn't give us. Maxwell is saying if, but he starts his statement with a if. The cricket forum, can I see the playing 11? Sure, Envoy. In just a little bit. In just a little bit. Over the wicket, bowls to Hope, and Hope swings away down towards long on. It beats the fielder. Did it go into the boundary? No, there was someone backing up from Cow Corner, and they stay on 2. West Indies 42 for 1 after 5.2. Yes. That's what I'm saying, that John P. Nicol, this great captain with all his analytical precision and his ability to consume match data in real time and so on, didn't ask the umpire. Remind you though that the umpires are right not to signal the wide, but at least would have hoped that the captain would have asked for it, as Hope gave himself room and hit this over long off for 6. Lovely shot by Shea Hope. Oh, he's turning on the trill here today. What a knock from the West Indies captain thus far. 33 from 18 deliveries, including 4 sixes and a 4. He's playing well, you know. Shea Hope is batting brilliantly today. I hope we are all paying attention to Darren Sammy's recent record, as coach said, Wayne Grudge. Cars comes in, bowls to Hope, a bumper, which he ducked under, will wide signal. He has a wry smile on his face as he's saying, oh, no wide signal for that. Very interesting, very interesting. Remind you that these 2 umpires, both of them are from England. You know, Wayne Grudge, the thing about it, I take your point. Not many players would have survived that ball first up. Lewis top scorer last match, out him some hit away by Shea Hope again, high in the air. Let's see. It's over the field ahead. Is it another 6? Yeah, as 54, 1 more 6 to Shea Hope as he moves up to 39 from 20 deliveries. I'm going to come back to that point that Sheldon made, because it's very important. There's something I want to clarify that I'm going to ask Persis to do. Let's watch Shea Hope. Cars comes in, bowls to Hope. Another bumper, he ducked underneath it. There must be a no ball now. 2 for the over. What is going on? Absolutely. Thank you, Humps. Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well done. Thank you, Hop. Thank you, Hops. So, Humps, must be a no ball. 2 for the over. Free hit. Was the second one. And Hope quickly whips around. So, you know, that maybe that remind you that the umpires are right. He didn't have to signal wide. Here comes Cars, bowls to Shea Hope, and he's flat batted tongue to the man at mid-off and cannot get any run off the free hit. 55 for 1 at the end of the power play. The run rate is 9.17. Shea Hope is turning on the trill. So, Sheldon, some time ago, I was doing a watch along. I can't recall if it was on Friday or before. Someone made a comment and I banned that person from the channel. But after banning the person and looking back at it, I realized that the person was not necessarily talking to me, but was reacting to some comments in the chat from some other persons. And when I read your comment just now, that's the first thing that came to my mind, that you were directing your comment at me. But then I said, no, you can't, because I had said up front that that ball was unplayable. So you couldn't be directing at me. You must be directing it to someone in the chat. So once you do not, what you call it? What's the word for it? The word slipped me. Once you do not tag a person in the chat, I'm always going to think that the comment is directed at me. And I know that's not all the time it is directed at me. So I'm asking when you're making a post, this is not only for Sheldon, but for everyone who make posts, because I enjoy the interaction. I also enjoy when you in the chat are interacting among yourself. 56 for 1, Hope is on strike, he's on 39. So I also enjoyed Bethel, the left-arm orthodox spinner, is bowling. Hope deep in his crease and played it out into the onside for a single, 57 for 1. I enjoy the interaction. I enjoy when I appreciate the comments, and I also enjoy when the persons in the chat are interacting among themselves and debating among themselves. But please tag the person, because if you don't tag the person, I will believe it was me. Short to Charles, who pulled this down to backward square leg for one more, 58 for 1. And I think the comment that the person made was not directed at me, and I'm disappointed that I banned the person from the channel. I'll try to see if I can find who the person is and unban them, you know. So just for clarity. So thank you for that. So it gave me an opportunity as Shea Hope slapped this to extra cover, no run. Clear, wide, what's going on with these umpires? Well, it's only one person can call the wide, you know. Hope hitting sixes and you all disrespecting the captain innings for one extra. The man is human. You see those rubbish now? So you see, you know, those are the things that we have to look at, because how is it that we are disrespecting Hope? You know, you see, like all Google, you know, we can't manage these immature, unintelligent comment, because clearly Google does not have the ability to separate issues. You know, he can't. He doesn't realize that there are two separate issues. He does not have that ability. You know, so more than likely he's a Barbadian, and he's only seeing things through his Barbadian lens. Don't know, probably, highly probable that he's a Barbadian or one of those Hope fans. But Google, you need to show a little more intelligence and be able to separate issues, you know, separate issues. And especially when we're talking about someone who has instinctive decision making with analytical precision, using in-depth match data and player performance insight to shape strategy. That is the person we are talking about, you know. So I hope that in the future you are able to separate issues and show a little more intelligence. You know, shows that you have the intelligence to look at issues separately and not through your being a fan of Shea Hope lens. You know? Over the wicket comes Adil Rashid off the back foot, and he cracks it into the offside, only a single. And I don't know anyone who is disrespecting Shea Hope, and probably think that you are disrespecting yourself by not demonstrating that you have the intellectual maturity and capacity to separate issues. Adil Rashid bowls to Hope, who played this out into the offside for a single. The score moves up to 64 for 1. I'm sitting here watching Johnson Charles bat, and my blood is boiling. Imagine he has faced 15 balls for 11 runs in the power play. He has no foot movement and does not rotate the strike, said Vernon John. That's the googly comes in from Adil Rashid. Johnson Charles got bat onto it, played it out into the offside for a single. He moves up to 17 from 20 deliveries. That can't win T20 matches. That can't win T20 matches. Volley Golin is saying, what is Sammy's recent record? I'd like to know. Windies has been losing a lot, I must say. So Juna so comes in, bows off the back foot, turns it down to the fielder at long on for a single, one more to the total. Sammy plays who he likes, not the best deserving players, said Harvey Lynch comment. Charles slows down after the power play, so if he starts slow, it's best he gets out. And after 8 overs now, should we be looking at a tactical retire out for Charles? Should we? It's 8 overs gone. It's a long batting lineup. Should we be saying Charles come in? Should we be saying that? It's probably we should be saying that. No, but he said I'm disrespecting Hope, and I wasn't disrespecting Hope. All right, cool, fair enough. So 67 for 1 after 8.1. As Bettel comes into Charles, and he swung this down to corner, over the top for 6. So Charles, it is first 6 as he swung that down to corner for 6. So Bettel just tossing it up one to Charles, and Slards hitting it away down to corner. The fielder jumps, but was always going over his head for 6. So 6 more to the West Indies total. As the score moves up now to 73 for 1 in 8.2. Bethel comes in, bowls to Charles, and Charles hit it hard, back past the ball. I got a hand to it, but the fielder long on can't stop it either. It was hit real hard by Johnson Charles. And although Bethel got hands to it, it burst through his hand. And the fielder long on, despite his best efforts, could still not stop it. That one hit hard. Look at that. Wow, it hit really hard. I'm so happy that it wasn't going towards his forehead. So happy. It hit hard. Bethel comes in, bowls to Charles, and Charles played this down the hand side of the pitch to the bowler who field, and there is no run. 77 for 1. So Charles scoring 10 runs off his last. Oh, he did well. Did he took his hand out of the way or what? Bethel comes in, bowls to Charles. Again, back of a length. Charles played it down to long on for one more. West Indies 78 for 1 after 8.5. So, Charles, boy, you have such a sharp tongue to be banning people, said J. Herb. Round the wicket comes Bethel, bowls, turn away into the offside for a single, one more to the total. No, I don't, J. Herb, to be honest, and I you know, everyone is entitled to their opinion, J. Herb, and the things that I try my best. I try my best. I don't swear. I don't try to swear. If I swear, it's emotional, and it will be more likely on the performances. And I try to state the fact and stay with it. And I give my opinion, but those opinions are based on my assessment of the fact. No, but don't you think that if someone said that I'm disrespecting someone, I have to react to that? You know, if I came across too sharp, too gooley, I apologize if I came across too sharp. However, if he had not said that I was disrespecting Sheo, it would have not solicited that reaction, because I know that there's no way I am disrespecting the West Indies captain. I know I'm just talking about what happened. And, you know, clearly he's a fan of Shea Hope, and so it would have probably niggered him, because we said that Shea Hope should at least turn, because that's part of his job as a captain, especially when he's at the wicket. and I show you what they said about his ability to analyze match data with in-depth match data with analytical precision, you know, and I also made the point that it is not the umpire has the right not to signal the wide, but at least the captain should have checked on it. And you want your captain should check on that, because at the end of the day, if West Indies lose the match by 1 run, it would be fair for one to look back at that and say that we probably lose the match because that 1 run, we never inquire whether we should get it or not, you know. 3 deliveries to come before the drinks break. So if I came across too sharp at Goulet, well, I apologize, but it was not my intention to be sharp. It was just a natural, instinctive human being reaction to react to an attack, and for a misrepresentation of who I really am, and not being accused of disrespecting someone when I'm not, when I was not. So, Goulet, we appreciate you being here, but we weren't disrespecting your favorite cricketer. So Charles is in a little trouble here. What is it? Oh, so they are checking if he's run out. No, he's safely in. Or he says safely in. Safely in. The return comes and the keeper took off the bails. West Indies cricket will continue to be very slow recovery when we keep playing warm over soup players who failed before to get us to qualify for a World Cup. So West Indies cricket will continue to a very slow recovery when we keep playing warm over soup players who have failed before to get us to qualify for World Cups. Jonah Davis. How you doing? Mr. Brown, I'm watching the match on my set and still following the forum. We appreciate it. We love that. We love that. We love that, Jonah Davis. That's what we encourage. So you just mute the volume. You back the television that you align with us. So you're not ahead of us. And that's what we love. The match is at a small ground. We need to make 220, said Sheldon Simmet. I agree with you, Sheldon Simmet. But we are on track for 220 right now, 82. Well, I think we are on track for 220, but we need some real big overs. But we still can get 220 from here. Bethel, round the wicket, balls to Charles. Off the back foot, Charles played it, mistimed the cut shot into the covers, and there is no run. That's the drinks break. West Indies 82 for 1 after 10. So we'll probably need to get 140 of the next 10 overs. Are we able to get 14 runs and over? We'll need at least 3 big overs, like for 20, 25 to get that. But we have the capacity, we have the hitting power. This team bat right down to number 11. So clearly we can do that. But there's no room for let up now. Having lost only 1 wicket after 10 overs, it means that we can start going hard and going very hard from right now, you know. Very hard from right now. Please continue to slash a like on the video and click on that subscribe button. If you're not seeing the thumbs up button, click on the live chat and you will see the thumbs up button. And you just click on that thumbs up button. You ever have breakfast and there just seem to be some acid reflux, and it's really because I have some salt mackerel and boiled banana this morning. Lovely breakfast. Salt mackerel, and a lot of tomato and onion and boiled banana and Irish potato. But there's now seem to be some acid reflux, and you almost tasting the salt mackerel. That's what is happening to me now. So I'm struggling with that. I hope that I overcome it quickly, So I really hope that I overcome it quickly. So I can tell you that West Indies, Evan Lewis got a 1-ball leg before for Hood, and as you hear Sheldon Smith said that it was almost unplayable. Jansen Charles is on 29 from 26 and Shea Hope is on 48 from 35. 2 4s and 4 6s. A strike rate of just about 137, and Jansen Charles 3 4s and 1 6, and it shows the issue. There's a replay of that first delivery. Unplayable, especially a first ball. You pray and hope that you get some edge onto it. And it is very interesting to note that Shea Hope have a strike rate of 137.14, and Jansen Charles have a strike rate of 111. So at the risk of annoying the Shea Hope fans, and I hope that they don't think I'm disrespecting him. I'm just doing some match analyst data. Having it 4 6s and 2 4s and still have a strike rate of less than 140, it means then that the West Indies captain is not really picking the gap and running the singers. And that is even worse in the case of Jansen Charles. You know, easily, if both players are at 5 singers, that will be 10 more runs to the West Indies total. Shea Hope turn away this through mid-wicket for another single. And that's a legitimate criticism of both batsmen of the crease. So we welcome the 6s, of course, but we have that ability to separate the issue that despite the good 6 hitting, you're also not rotating the strike enough. You're not getting the singles enough. Short, pulled away, down to corner. Let's see 6 more by Jansen Charles. So Adil Rashid was short and he pulled it away for 6 more. Steve Russell, how are you, man? You say you see West Indies winning this one. Well, we hope so, Steve Russell. We definitely hope so. Quite good performance for 10 overs, given that we were 0 for 1, said Arville Lynch. Yes, and you see the thumbnail, it said Victor, drop catch, Mark Hood should have taken that catch. Adil Rashid bowls to chase, pitched up. He swings hard at it. Lost his shape, bottom edge it, inside edge it, down to Hood coming off the backward square leg boundary. I just think he went for the camera. I think he could have stand up and take that catch. Ricardo Gardy said West Indies need 200 at least to stand a chance. Yes, I heard Sheldon said that too. Balls to Shea Hope. He's out stump as the leg break grips and turn across the West Indies captain, and he lost his balance. Butler whipped off the stump. Hope gone for 49 from 37 deliveries. Stump by Josh Butler off the bowling of Adil Rashid. West Indies 90 for 2 after 10.4. Wayne God said, the coach said we are a boundary hitting team. Yes, so I heard the comment, and I heard the comment from way back from 2016 when he said that, first of all, you have to stop us from hitting the boundaries. But on average, Wayne Grudge, how many deliveries do we hit for boundaries in an innings? It is therefore very important that we rotate the strike also, that we pick up the singles. How many boundaries we are going to hit in an innings? So it's very important. Because if, for argument's sake, if we had 15 6s and 15 4s in an innings, which is unlikely, possible, but it doesn't happen often, that is only 150 runs. 150 runs can't win T20 internationals. So although we are a boundary hitting team, it's a separate issue from ensuring that we run hard for those 1s and 2s. Arville Lynch, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it every time. I respect that, and thanks for the motivation. Forward to Rutherford, who played this into the mid-wicket region and get a single. So we thank you for the motivation. Blair Boyd, I passed that now, Blair Boyd. I do not have the eyesight or that, you know. If at my age, Brian Lara and I are the same age, so if I could bat for them, I would prefer to ask Brian Lara to do so, because I would never be able to bat as good as Brian Lara. He was brilliant. But there comes a time, don't you see, sometime I have to put on my glasses, Blair Boyd. By the way, yes, Harvey Lynch, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Chase is scheduled to bat next. Well, that one has been taken care of, as you see, Rutherford came. Winning this game is just a hope. The bowlers will have to bowl a lot better than the last game. Definitely. That explains why the guy. But I don't think being a boundary hitting team prevents you from running the singles, you know. And I know that this is something that Dwight Chateau is convinced that the teams that hit the most boundaries in a match win more times, win at a very high percentage time more than the team that hit fewer boundaries. So he believes that if you hit 20 boundaries in the match and another team hit 18, you are going to win 90% of the times. That's his theory. But for you to have a winning total, you have to do a lot of running. That's why it's important that you go deep in your crease and under the ball in the gap both way. That's why it's important that you give yourself room. That's why it's important that you move across your stump. Johnson Charles tried to reverse sweep and he misses. He misses again. Thank you. I'm back. So Johnson Charles, 36 from 29 deliveries. Rutherford, 2 from 3 deliveries. These strike rate can't win T20 international now. So you look at it that Charles made 36, but he used up 29 deliveries. Flat batted down to long on for one more, so he moves up to 37 from 30 deliveries. 93 for 2. Charles has to turn this into a big one, you know, because if he doesn't turn this in a big one, we hope he does, then you will understand the criticism that comes his way. Jacks bowls to the left-handed Rutherford, who played it out into the offside, looking a single that is not on. One delivery to coming over number 12. Good day, Banana Brooks. Good to have our friend here from England. We appreciate you being here. We're always happy to have you here. Always happy. Always happy to have you here. Round the wicket comes Jacks, bowls to Rutherford. Steered it to backward point, looking for the singer. It's not on. The score remains at 12, at 93 for 2 after 12 overs. Let me run through some comments quickly, and so that I get the comments up to date, because once the likes are up to date, I have to ensure that the comments are up to date. So Brave Boyd was speaking to Juna Davis there. I don't need to read that. I would have given Pooran back the captaincy to ensure that he turns up to play. But that would be begging Pooran to play. I understand the point that you're making, Sheldon. So if you are the coach and you make that decision, I do not have a problem with it, because you are the coach and you have to make the decisions. And the coach, whatever decision the coach make, whosoever is the coach, that decision has to be backed. As West Indies supporters, we must back the coach decision. That's a given. Whether you think he should be the coach or not, we still have to back whatsoever decision he makes. Charles swings and misses at one from Bettel through to the keeper, and there is no run. So I do not have an issue with you voicing that opinion. For me, though, I will tell you what I'll do at the after this delivery. It will be short and quick. After back foot, Charles played down to long on for a single, 94 for 2. I am calling a press conference if I was the coach, and I'll say in the press conference, Nicholas Pooran will never be invited to play for the West Indies as long as I'm coach. At least the 2 wickets were good deliveries and not gifting our wicket. Yeah, good delivery. The one to Lewis was a better delivery than the one to Ope. I think Ope lost his balance, and I'm not saying that the delivery was not a good delivery, but he lost his balance, and you don't want your top order batsman to be losing their balance like that to the leg spinner. But it was a good delivery, no doubt. But the one for Evan Lewis in my book was about 100% time better than the one that got Ope. So that's how good the one that got Lewis was. You know. Banana Brooks is saying a fantastic ball from big leg spinner. Cut away down to backward point. It's running out to the boundary by Shafrin Rutherford. It got there now for 4. The score moves up to 98 as Rutherford moves up to 6. 12.4 overs. Fantastic ball from Rashid, turning big. So Banana Brooks, not because it turned big, it means that it's a fantastic ball. It's just that unfortunately the West Indies captain lost his balance. You go and Blair Boyd. Here's Bettel. Comes in now. Bowls to Rutherford high in the air. He's out caught on the long off boundary. So he hit that high in the air, and I was looking to see where it going, and I was hoping against hope that it cleared the boundary. So Rutherford's second consecutive failure. It comes off the toe end of the bat. It never came right out of the screw, and Rutherford gone. Came off the toe end of the bat and went high in the air as the ball gripped and bounced and missed the middle of the bat. And so Rutherford goes. West Indies lost their 3rd wicket. Wayne Good said that explains why the guy's strike rate is so low, even though they hit so many boundaries, too many dot balls. Agree? Anthony Pemberton said, Ope make 32 off 6 balls and 17 off the next 32 balls. Not good enough. Anthony, very good point. And I know you said that at the risk of being called disrespectful. But very good point. Very good point. That is what I'm talking about. The intellectual capacity to separate issues. You know? Very good point. Very good analysis. West Indies is going to make 170. It's a shame Charles Chase can't play in this team. They have to find a solution for both of them. But Ricardo Gardner, again now, so I understand the point that you're making, but I think you're analyzing Chase as a batsman. And Chase brings more than just a batsman to this team. And I'm going to ask you to do something for me, Ricardo Gardner. Over the last 2 years, since I think was when Sammy took over, March 23. But it even goes back before that. But let's put it since Sammy took over. Ravman Powell's square cut this down towards the backward point boundary for 2. So he's off the mark immediately at the end of over number 13. The West Indies 100 is up. 100, exactly 100 for 3. And look at Chase bowling numbers since March 2023. I said from the start of the year, 2023, January 23 to now, and compare Chase numbers as a bowler against all the other West Indies bowlers. And tell me if you will come to the same conclusion that he should not be playing in the team. So Chase bring more than just batting to the team. Orville, Ricardo Gardner. Charles swings hard, but he picks out the man on the long on boundary. 1 more to the total. And that shot now by Charles, he wind up on his swings. What if he had just delayed the shot a little, played it to the mid-wicket region, and tried to run 2? He may not get the 2, but at least you would have seen the thought process coming through. Because he just wind up and swing the ball along the ground too long on. Unless the fielder misfield, it's always going to be one. Adil Rashid bowls to Powell off the back foot. Beat the man inside the circle, and it goes out to the field and the cover boundary for one more. Powell moves up to 3 from 2 deliveries. West Indies 102 for 3 after 13.2. Arvelin said, who in the team can bat better than Pemba? Down the pitch come Charles. He mirrored that one and it gone for 6. Lovely shot that by Charles. Oh, what a shot. Uses his feet, got to the pitch of the ball and hit it long on for 6. Who in the team? So that is to Pemberton. That was not to me. Blessed love to you and family, said TV and Cricket Power Play. Big up, my friend. Welcome, man. I appreciate you being here, Elton. Big up yourself, man. And good job last night at the match in Florida. You did well, young man. You did well, my friend. And thank you for bringing it to us. The Broward County T20 night cricket short, pulled away, down back with a square leg by Charles. The fielder has to come around, picked up, sends the return in. One more to the total, 109 for 3. So thank you, Elton, for bringing the cricket to us from Florida. The night cricket that is playing, that's the Broward, I think it's a Broward County T20 cricket competition, night tournament, put on by the county. Short, pulled away by Ravman Powell, down towards Cow Corner. Long on has to do some work, and they came back for 2. Well run, 111 for 3 after 13.5. Ravman Powell moves up to 5 from 3. The ball that got Hope was not a good delivery at all. Hope should have been on the back foot for that delivery, said John P. Nicol. Thank you for your comment and your perspective on it, John P. Nicol. And you said something that I probably 75% agree with. Down the leg side, clipped away by Powell, through back with a square leg for 1, 112 now for 3 at the end of over number 14. So about 75% agree with that one, John P. Nicol. What I'll do today, I'll try to set up the match reaction at the end of the innings. And so so you can at least vote on the batsman. You can at least rate the batsman performance. And then later in the game now, you can rate the bowlers. So you don't have to really rate everybody and submit the form, but at least you will get a chance to rate the batsmen even before we start bowl. So I'll set it up early. When a management team has to beg workers to come work, it is an ineffective leadership team, said Arvin Lynch. I think he's reacting to Sheldon comment. Good morning to you, Atina. Welcome to the show, man. Happy to have you here. And as usual, Atina is encouraging everyone to hit the like button. Dabbed away by Powell out into the backward point region for another single. The delivery forced Hope to lose his balance. Good ball. It was good bowling, but good batsmen are able to bat good bowling. You know? So it wasn't a world-class delivery like the one that Evan Lewis got first up. It was a good delivery, but good batsmen can bat good bowling, Arvin Lynch. And I agree he lost his balance, but I'm sure that 9 out of 10 times he wouldn't lose his balance. Cars bowls to Charles, who steered it to short third man, no run. Pooran is dealing with money now. That doesn't matter, man. You know, it's unsuccessful persons worry about other people money, you know, Blair Boyd. Unsuccessful persons. And that is why I could look at him and tell him that you're not going to play for West Indies again as long as I'm the coach. Kirk Amudo, how you doing, man? Good to have you here. Over the wicket come Cars, bowls to Charles. He looks to pull it, comes off the body, off the gloves. Butler collects, and there is no run. 46 from 37. So, Mr. Cricket Forum, I don't understand why did they play 3 spinners to weaken the batting instead of playing an extra batsman to boost the batting. But I think those 3 spinners are our best bowlers along with Alzarri Joseph. Over the wicket, bowls to Charles, swings, he connects, but it goes straight to the man at Coe corner. So 1 run from 3 deliveries there by Charles, just winding up all the time. Had he tip and run, wouldn't it have been better? So Charles just winding up all the time, misses 2. Oh, Envoy, I never gave you the plain 11er. So in my opinion, those 3 spinners are, and based on the numbers, are our 3 best bowlers along with Alzarri Joseph. Stephen Rhodes said, looking good, Mr. Brown. What have you been up to? Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And I need a shave. Powell gets a good delivery that's touched down just about mid and half stump and leave him, and he covers up and played it back to the bowler. So 114 for 3 after 14.5 overs. Still need to find a way to get at least a run off those deliveries though, Powell. It was a good delivery though. Steve Russell said, come on guys, positive energy. We have a fight. We have to fight and win this game. Yes, I agree. So Valde Golden is say, you got to be, you mean the players are me, Valde? But it seems like it's the players you're talking. Yes, I'll read your comment after this delivery from Cars. Over the wicket, balls to down the leg side, wide signal as Powell looks to whip it into the onside, but misses. It goes through to the keeper. 1 more to the total, 115 for 3. You got to be consistent. Most of these guys will make a good score maybe every 5 or 6 times at bat. Thank you. I think most persons will agree with that. Hope was looking 1 run for his 50 cell Gerald Music. Very good point, and that's why he probably lost his balance. True. I can see that, and that's why I love this community. Different opinions. Short, pulled away. High in the air. He's going to drop short of the field. 1 more to the total. Luke Wood sends a return on the box. Bounce to Josh Butler. West Indies 116 for 3. Powell is on 8 from 7 deliveries. Charles is on 47 from 38 deliveries. And you see the different opinions coming through, and that's why we are so wonderful in this community, because those persons who are saying that Shea got a good delivery, yes, and those persons are, and even this one from Gerald Music, that's good insight. Sheldon Smith, it is Samuel 2-man. Oh, that's a different conversation. Once Hope gets his teams, once Hope goes, this team struggles. Too many swipers. Our scoring strike rate is poor compared with top international cricket teams like Australia and India. You're spot on. But Hope does not have the highest strike rate in this team, though, Arvin Lynch. But you're spot on with the rest of your comment. So I'm going to read Patrick Ascott comment. So Wood, 1 for 4 from his 2 overs. Over the wicket, balls to Powell, who turned this away, left off short, fine leg. Adil Rashid skipped across to his left, sends a return into the wicket keeper, Josh Butler. West Indies 117 for 3. Powell 9 from 8. Charles 47 from 38. Both batsmen need to get going now. They need to get going. 9 from 8 is not good enough. 47 from 38 is worse because you have chewed up for 38 deliveries. You should be going quicker. So let's watch Wood now. Comes into Charles. Cannot get out, Comes in, bowls to Charles, and Charles is bowled. 47 from 39 deliveries. That's a conversation we must have. 47 is 47. But taking 39 deliveries to get there, is that what we want? And he out in the most ugliest of fashion, where he looks to, I don't know what you call that shot, because that's not how the scoop is played. That's not how the ramp is played. But he go wide across his stump, way outside his half stump, try to lift it over the keeper over short fine leg, inside edge, between his feet, cannon into middle stump, and he's out bowled after using up 39 deliveries to make 47 runs. So it's over to you. I want to hear your opinion. 47 runs is 47 runs. That's on the board. But was he effective in getting 47 runs from 39 deliveries? Was that effective? Over to you. Let's hear your comment. Runs on the board is always runs on the board. But was it effective? As a former leg spinner, that ball from Rashid to Ope is what you aspire to deliver every time you approach the crease. That's a regulation leg spinner. That's the one you want to pitch. That's your standard delivery. So good batsmen should be able to bat good ball, isn't it? That's what you're saying, Patrick Ascott, or I misinterpret what you're saying. Over the wicket, Ope ball to that Shepherd who played it back down the pitch to the bowler. There is no run. So that's what you're saying, that's a standard leg break delivery, which a leg spinner tried to bowl. Good delivery. But it should also reason that good batsmen can play good delivery. You know? So it's very... Hood bowls to Rutherford, Shepherd who steered it down to third man for a single. 118 for 4. Oh, they come back for 2. Good running Powell and Shepherd. That's the spirit. That's better. We love that, don't we? Very, very good running there. Very, very good running. Stephen Rose said, am I right? Oh, that comment gone. Charles went blind, says Stephen Russell. Don't quite understand. Hope played the wrong shot. The ball was short enough to play off the back foot. Kingman, I can agree with that. Pitched up, driven down the ground by Shepherd, can't beat mid off, no run. The score remains at 120 for 4 after 15.5. The more I analyze Sammy, I'm getting the feeling that he's just a good motivator. Dr. Brown, you are a batsman. When you lose your balance playing forward, it means that you went too far forward. Not true, yes? Yeah, that's definitely true. It means that you are beaten in the flight too. You misjudged the length. You would have misjudged the length of the ball. You would have been beaten in the flight. And that's true, you know. So that is definitely true. 121 for 4 as they run too quickly again. Thank you. So 2 more quickly. Please remember to slash a like on the video and click on the subscribe button. So we are only at 91 likes and we should be at 150 by the end of the innings. So we have to be at 150 by the end of the innings. So that's the target. Mr. Cricket Forum, we have a very long tail. We don't need to play chase. That comment has slipped me by. Dawson short to Powell, who pulls it down to the deep mid-wicket boundary for 4. He moves up to 13 from 9 deliveries. It was short, and Powell wrapped back and pull it down to the boundary for 4. If these players can't make more than 50 runs, how the hell can anyone expect they are going to win any of these games? That's it. They put value on their wicket. Piercing the field beats mustering the ball. Down the pitch, down the ground by Powell, and he hit it straight for 6. Uses his feet down the pitch to Dawson, and he slapped it straight for 6. Lovely shot by Roughman Powell, who moves up to 19 from 10 deliveries. Down the pitch, and it hit dead straight. Brilliant point there by Athena. Piercing the field, timing the ball. But the thing about it, you have to can bat, Athena. You have to can bat to do that, eh? Arvilinja, correct, Mr. Brown. He was beaten in the flight and misjudged the ball. Good bowling again. Another batting disgrace said Ferrell Francis. Bettel to Powell, who edged it away down to third man. It's going to run very close to the boundary. Rashid gave chase. It cannot go there. That is what you call an educated edge as Powell moves up to 23 from 11 deliveries. 16.3 overs have been bowled. An educated edge for a singer, for 4. This partnership will determine West Indies' final score, said Arvil Lynch, and Steve Russell said, do it, Powell. So we are up to date with the comments now, so that I hope the likes are 150. So we need 150 likes by the end of the innings. Just 96. Balls to Powell, down the pitch, yarked himself, but clipped it down to long on for a single. One more to the total. 24 years from 12 deliveries. 136 for 4, with 2 to come in over number 17. So again, I say, if you are just joining, please click off the live chat if you do not see the thumbs up, and click on the thumbs up button. We need to be at 150 likes by the end of the West Indies innings. Just 3 overs to go. So you can still, but that's the method. That's the method. It's 6s, 4s, and a lot of singers. Balls short outside the half stump, cut away by Shepherd. The field at backward point got an hand to it, and they second for 1. 137 now for 4. 1 delivery to go in over number 17. Powell is on 24 from 12. Shepherd is on 5 from 5. That fielder there at backward point there probably hit him hard. Yeah, hit his finger hard. But I know he's a tough chap. He'll get up. These young men are tough, you know. They are not like the West Indians. The medics, would the medics have to be out if that was a West Indies fielder? Bettel to Powell, who hit this hard down to cover for 4. He waited on it and he cuts it away. Lovely shot by Rovman Powell. He moves up to 28. 141 for 4 at the end of over number 17. Powell is on 28 from 13 deliveries. He was on the back foot and he slapped it away down to the cover boundary for 4. Patrick Ascart is saying the left arm seamer hood is not bad at all. I can only recall Pedro Collins and Bradshaw as West Indies pacers who were somewhat successful, said Patrick Ascart. I don't see them as successful though, Patrick Ascart, but then again, we all have our different interpretation. I am sure that's the coach tell the players to make their money and play when they could, said Sheldon Smith. But that's why I said Sheldon Smith. Every coach is different. I tell you my approach. And as I said, if you are the coach and that's your approach, I respect your approach because you are the coach. So Shepherd swung this down to the right of the fielder. Jacks on the long on boundary, they stay on 1. Or will they get 2? No, backed up in the inside. It's 142 for 4. So I do not have an issue. Let's go West Indies. Runs needed. Yes, 6 Powell, very good. That's educated. It was a beautiful shot, said Banana Brooks, the England fan. I thought you said that all gloves were half, but it seems like your gloves are still on, Banana Brooks. I think Queen Matthews plays spin better than most of our men. Cars comes in, bowls to Powell, and it's short and hit it high in the air. Is it distance or is it height? Let's see. It's coming down. 6 runs. 6 runs by Rovman Powell. So the score will move up now to 148 for 4. 148 for 4. That was pitched up and he hit it high and hard. The fielder on the boundary did trick me. I'm telling you the truth. From a moment there, my heart was in my mouth. But he had turned around and looked. But to me, it appears, to a wide the camera span, it looked like he was getting ready to take the catch. So Powell moves up to 34 from 14 deliveries. 148 for 4 after 17.2. West Indies need to go hard from now. No holding back, said Verdi Fiver. I would never drop Superman Russell and keep Older in the team unless Russell is hurt or something, said Mr. Casanova 1. I take your point, Mr. Casanova. I'm sure many persons will agree with you. I'm also sure that many will disagree with you. But you have to voice your opinion. Well done, Stephen Russell. So we can all... What happened there? You just hit a 6. Why do you need to just hold up the game? The bowler is under pressure. You need to be ready. You need to be ready. You need to be putting pressure on the bowler. You don't need to be holding up the game. And this is something that I've always said with West Indies batsmen. You just hit a 6, be ready. Put the pressure on the bowler. Don't give him time to breathe and think about it. You as a batsman must be ready. So, not too happy about that. Cars comes in, bowls to Powell, and Powell hit this over the cover. High in the air. Let's see. Catch taken on the boundary. Good catch. That's what happened when you give the bowler too much time to think. Good knock by Powell nonetheless. 34 from 15 deliveries. He had good impetus to the innings towards the back end. When you are on top, man, when you give the bowler so much time to think, you know, I always say these things. Be ready. You be ready. Don't let the bowler waiting on you. It's a good catch on the boundary, though. Very, very good catch. You know, but sure. There's some look idiosyncrasies, what they call it, idiosyncrasies, are there's some look habits that you need to adapt. That is, it helps the cricket. You know, you just hit the bowler for 6. There's no way the bowler should be waiting on you, because the pressure is on him. You are giving him too much time to think it out. You know, those are the little things I want to really see. Think we can make 175, 180? Yes, I think so. If we are a boundary hitting team, can someone explain 12 boundaries off 77 balls by Open Charles? Well, I can't, Anthony Plummer. A good question. Choose set you free saying that Russell is injured. Well, it's not every injured at Cricket West Indies report you should believe, you know. Jason Older played this one down to long on for a single. 148 for 5 after 17. 149 for 5 after 17.4. Not taking anything away from the knock by Powell. He played a good knock, and that's over 200, a strike rate of over 200. And that's it had good impetus to the innings that was fluttering. And once again, he have shown that he's a crucial member of this West Indies setup. And but I just think that that's something that, you know, as batsmen, West Indies batsmen, we need to look at. Cars, bowls, touch, Shepherd, those swings and misses, and it goes through to the keeper. And I ever see it in the 4-day game, a batsman batting, he reached 20, 25. At the end of every over, he need the towel to dry down and all of them things. And that is taking you out of rhythm. You know? And those are things that we need to lose. No. When you have to shoot, don't talk, said Atina. If Sammy is dependent on data from the past to play a cricket game in the present, then any one of us can be coach. I totally agree with Powell about making decisions in the present. Wayne Gudge, swings and misses by Shepherd. I think 90% of persons agree with you. I don't think it's... I want to find the right term to put it. There must be an effective blend of both. That's how I'll put it. There must be an effective way to blend both. So Adil Rashid, this over is going to be very crucial now. Let's hope that 2 of our spinners can get West Indies out of the burning fire. If they can't make at least 150, how the hell? But we are 149, said Volney. So Come on, Sheppy, said Steve Russell. We are 149. So we're going to make 152 overs left. We're going to get about 24 of the next 2 overs. So we're going to make about 173. Balls to Holder, who hit this down to deep mid-wicket into the crowd for 6. 155 for 5. So good shot there by Jason Holder, surely. As Adil Rashid was back off a length and he hit it deep away for 6. I had asked Mr. Davis to join me live from the Jamaica Senior Cup final at Ultimate, but I never took the necessary step to make the connection, so he may not be able to join me. So we'll probably have to see who won that planking contest and some more from the another 6 by Jason Holder, so we may get up to 190. So 2 6s there, 161. So I did say 173. We are going to pass that. So 190 was a bit too rushed. So I think that we should get to one. We're going to pass the 173 that I predicted. We're going to pass it. I don't want to make another prediction here. Rashid bowls to Holder again. Another 6. Oh, what an innings this by Jason Holder. Oh, what an innings. 167 now for 5. Jason Holder came and bang, bang, bang. Oh, Jason Holder. Who said that Russell should be playing instead of Holder? Who said that? Oh, Jason Holder is saying, hug up this. Hold this. Who said that? Holder. Oh, bang, bang, bang. 3 6s. Let's see now. 167 for 5. Adil Rashid. He's nervous. Holder is waiting on him, not giving him time to breathe. So he's tossing the ball from hand to hand, buying some time. His brain gone. I was wrong. Holder was giving him time to relax. And he swings bottom edge to short, fine leg is out, run out. I missed the stump. He missed the stump. Josh Butler missed the stump. Josh Butler missed the stump. And there again, my friends, there again, this wonderful community. Shepherd now did what Holder did by hitting it straight for 6 more. And Josh Butler must felt that. 174. So as I said, we're going to pass the 173. Can we get up to 190? Could be. Will 190 be enough? We should get to 190. Should from here. It's the same thing I'm talking about, the same thing that Powell did. Holder did it. You can't hit a man for 3-6 and let him have to be waiting on you to bowl. You should be coming. You should be asking the umpire, so why is he taking so long to deliver? You should be hurrying, But those are things that I think is why I say low IQ. So Eddie's on the bench and England is bowling spin, but Powell is playing. What are we doing? Sheldon Smith backed up the numbers, back up the stats, Sheldon. Sheldon, it's okay to say those things, but you are implying that Edmire is performing better against spins than Rovman Powell. And I'm asking you to back up that implication with the numbers. Rashid bowled to Shepherd. This one gone high in the air. Let's see if it has the distance. Yes, it gone long way. 31 from that over. 5 6s. And I just think that if Jason Holder never let Rashid think about that 4 delivery that came for 4 sixes? You know? My views. So Sheldon, back up that statement with the facts, with the numbers, because performance, if you're saying Edmeyer is a better player of spin than Powell, it is not perception, it is not how you look, because in cricket, performance is determined by the numbers. So back up that statement with the numbers. Otherwise, if you can't back it up, I think you should delete it and apologize. So, Mr. Forum, you see these umpires who is against West Indies women were given leg before and open for umpire's decision. They must be fired. The fact about it, True set you free. Hood comes in, balls to holder, who driven this down the offside, beat the man 4 runs. 184 for 5. We could get 190 plus here, you know. We could get 190 plus. And so those 2 umpires are English umpires. You can't blame them for making hometown decisions. What you should do is blame our umpires who are not making hometown decisions. Chief among them, the one from Barbados, Brathwaite. Cars balls to Olaf, swung hard, bottom edge into his foot, and it goes out to cover for a single. 185 for 5. I saw Brathwaite laughing at Shepherd when Shepherd is being taken to the cleaners, you know. Good morning, Leighton James. Happy to have you here. Mr. Casanova said England made a mistake of bowling Rashid at the back end. What mistake you talking about, Mr. Casanova? West Indies got 31 runs out of the over, and you're saying that they made a mistake? Shepherd down on one knee, hit this in the air down to long off, get a single, one more. I do not understand Mr. Casanova. West Indies got 31 runs from the over, and he's saying that England made a mistake. I don't understand. Can't understand. Sheldon, but what about the comment you made? Justify it with the numbers, Sheldon. I'm sure you will do. As I said, small ground. Cars balls to older. He top edge it down to third man. It gone all the way. It looks that way. Let's watch the signal. 4 runs. Justify the comment that you made, Sheldon. And you know what, Sheldon? You have to look into yourself, you know. After the man make 34 runs off 13 deliveries, you're posting that comment, which at the time was the highest strike rate for the West Indies team. And show me the number to justify. Slower delivery by Markwood. Is run out. Is Shepherd run out as they were looking to go through for a single? Yes, he run out. It was 2 deliveries to come, and they were looking to get the singles. That's okay. So Shepherd run out, 19 from 11 deliveries, good knock. Older 29 from 8, blistering knock. He swung at it, bottom edge. Shepherd was backing up, and he's out, run out. That's okay. It was no mistake. West Indies counter-attack, said Harvey Lynch. Can we? So SOS Music Label is now saying, you know, SOS Music Radio, I'm not going to read that comment because it doesn't reflect intellectual maturity. So we let that one go. So I'm not going to read that comment. I hope people are will make comments that reflects intellectual maturity as the ability to separate issues. And I wasn't gonna respond to that comment, you know, but I want to make this comment. You know, I'm not going to make it because I'm going to hold back that one. But please, let us make balanced comments that are intellectually mature. Slap down the ground for 6 by Rastan Chase, first delivery. He did it in the first T20 International, and he done it again. One delivery, slapped it for 6. 196 for 6 made by West Indies off their 20 overs. I'll see you at the start of the West Indies innings. Until then, I'm just going to just see this. I'll work on the players' rating so that you can judge the batsmen so that we can have a wider pool of comment. So would have lost contact or something. And so thank you for joining us for the England innings. As usual, Akil Hussein starts the bowling. 3 deliveries have been bowled. England are 1 without loss after 3 deliveries. 1 without loss after 3 deliveries. And he's bowling round the wicket to the left-handed Duckett, who looks to reverse sweep, and he played it to the man at mid-off, who shied at the stump, backed up into the offside. Two to England. Simmet is on 1. Duckett is on 1. So just had some technical difficulties there at just as the England innings was about to start. Hussein bowls to Simmet, who hit this down to long on for a single. 1 more to the total. The score goes up now to 3. 3 without loss in over number 1. 1 delivery, much better start. And the likes are at 126, and remind you that it needed to be at 150 by the end of the innings. It should have been at 150. And if, as I always said, if you're not seeing the likes, click off the live chat, then you will see the thumbs up button, and then you slash on the like. But we should have been at 150 already at this time. Hussein is bowling over the wicket. The left arm orthodox spinner arrived in England earlier this morning. He's going to come in now to bowl to Duckett. Comes in over the wicket. Bowls to the left-handed Duckett, who looks to sweep, and he swept that well down to back with a square leg for 4. Full pitch, he swept it well. 7 off the first over. England 7 without loss after 1 over. So 7 without loss after 1 over. So let's get those likes up to 150. Jason Holder over the wicket, bowls to Smith and hit it high in the air. This is a chance, you know. This is definitely a chance. Oh, it dropped and plugged as the fielder ran back, but just couldn't get there. Gudakesh Moti. Not his fault. If he cannot get there, he just cannot get there. So it was definitely a chance, though. And I have put the player rating in the live chat. I have also put it in the video description. So you can start your player rating and the batting performance. This one came right out of the screw, and there'll be no catching this one. Oh, brilliant! Oh, what do I know? What do I know? Brilliant, Jason Holder. What a match he's having. What a match Jason Holder is having. I would love to see the player rating on Jason Holder at this time. Wow. I would love to see what a match he's having. This time is... Wow. Sorry about that. It's a good thing I checked back on this, because there was no... So there are some players, Evan Lewis and Johnson Charles, no rating was beside their name. So please, you can make the adjustment. I saw one person here who given... Very interesting at the ratings. I love it. I love what I'm seeing coming through. So please rate the players, please. You have to click on the link. It will open in a separate window. Then you rate the players from 1 out of 5. So somebody was saying to me to rate them from 1 out of 10 it's too wide. I think it is best because Lauda Peony's on a hat trick. You have to review that. Review. Oh, they're not reviewing it. Is that forget? Yeah, you have to understand. Remember, it's a West Indies fan channel. It's 9 for 1. Nine for 1. Yeah, it's going down the leg side as Butler looked to turn that into the onside. Came off the pad. England 10 for 1 after 1.3. Duckett comes into strike. 3 deliveries to go in this overs. Hold a turn at the top of his mark now. Comes in, bowls to Duckett, and he covers up and played it down the outside of the pitch. As I said, do your player rating, but don't submit the form, because you will still have to rate the bowlers, and the bowlers don't bat as yet. So Do your player rating, don't bowl as it. Do your player rating for the batsman, but don't submit the form until the game finish. But in an effort, as Older comes in over the wicket now, bowls to Duckett, who slap this to cover. Good stop by Rahman Paul. Is it a stop or a drop? Really want to see the replay if it was a drop catch or it was a or it was good bit of fielding. Was it a drop catch or was it a spectator catch? It went to him in the ear, but the reaction from the players doesn't suggest that it was a drop catch. Was it a spectator's catch? They are looking, even they don't know. Yeah, it was a spectator's catch. Bomb ball. Okay. Good bit of feeling. All the balls to Butler, who leaves alone outside the half stump. There's no run. The score remains at 11 for 1 after 2 overs. All right, so you're going to do the player rating. But you cannot, the bowlers don't bowl as yet, so you can't rate them. However, in an effort to help you to speed up the process, I publish the player rating so that you can rate the batsmen. But don't click on submit as yet, because once you submit the form, you can't resubmit it. It's only one time you can submit it. So you're not going to be able to rate like Joseph and Hussein and so on, and they don't bowl as yet. Because if you are rating Joseph and they don't bowl as yet, what you using to rate them? You know, it means that you just rate them because you like them, or you rate them because of country. So what we'll do if you rate Joseph and Hussein and so on, we'll delete your form. We'll delete your form and it will not be a part of the rating. So I publish it early. I want as many persons as possible to do the rating, but rate them, rate the batsmen thus far. Rate the 7 batsmen who bat, and even someone like Shepherd, Older, and Chase, although they batted already, you will have to rate them according to their bowling also. So when you submit the form, you cannot resubmit it again. So what I'll do, like when it reaches like the 17th, 18th over, if your form was submitted before the 18th over, I will delete it and it won't be a part of the ratings. It won't be a part of the ratings. So wait until the 19th over before you start submitting your forms. Right? So rate the batsmen them. I repeat, rate the batsmen them, rate those who bat, but don't submit the form as yet. Because you can come back to YouTube, you won't lose it. The form will still be there. It will open a clear next window. That window will be there that you see it open. Come back to YouTube, enjoy the watch along. At 18th, 19th over, you go back now and rate the bowlers. If you submit your form before the end of the 18th over, it won't be a part of our calculation at the end. I will delete them. But in an effort to let you have a longer time to rate them, I publish it so you can rate those who bat from now. I hope that is clear. England are 16 for 1 after 2.4 overs. Hussein 1.4 overs, none for 12. And they're going to be looking to reverse sweep him and doing a lot of things. So as I said, let's get the likes up to 150 so we can start the interaction again, because the likes should be at 150 even before we had gone on the innings break. Hussein bowls, good stop there by Chase, or off stop. The batsman still got a single. He should have probably done better. He allows the ball to get away from him. 17 for 1 after 2.5. Duckett comes into strike. 17 for 1 after 2.5 as Duckett comes into strike. The West Indies playing 11 is... I can put the West Indies playing 11 on the screen. Hussein over the wicket, bowls to Duckett, who looks to reverse sweep over the head down to the boundary for 4. Over the head of the field, it was a little full from Hussein. And Lewis jump. He probably got some fingertips to it. The replay will tell us. We're going to wait on the replay to tell us. I think he probably got some fingertip to it. So let me go through the West Indies batting chart in the meantime. Evan Lewis, leg before to Hood North. Johnson Charles, 47 from 39 deliveries, 3 4 3 sixes. Shea Hope, 49 from 38 deliveries, 2 4s and 4 sixes. Shafeen Rutherford, 6 from 8 deliveries, 1 4. Rovman Powell was caught by Woodhoff Cars for 34, 15 deliveries, 3 4s, 2 sixes. Romario Shepherd run out for 19 from 11 deliveries. Jason Older not out 29 from 9 deliveries, a strike rate of 322. Raston Chase 1 delivery, 6 runs, a strike rate of 600. Older bowls to the right-handed Butler who steered it to backward point as West Indies closed their innings at 196 for 6. Brilliant late order batting by Rovman Powell, Romario Shepherd, Jason Older, and Raston Chase, because the one ball that he faced, it could have out him, but he still gets 6 runs. And if West Indies end up winning this match by 4 or 5 runs, that 6 was very important. So it was a good strike by Chase. Older over the wicket, balls to Butler down the pitch, hit it down to long on. Let's see if that's gone all the way into the crowd. 6 runs, 27 for 1. So I always love that policy with those hotel at the ground. I really think that is something that can be done at Sabina Park. I think that in the redevelopment of Sabina Park, which I think should be undertaken, is that the new stand that we had put up, the North stand, I think that should turn into a hotel. Hold the balls to Butler. Butler looks to reverse sweep and he got a cheeky edge down to third man for 4. 31 for 1 after 3.2. He looks to scoop, should say. Cheeky edge down to third man for 4. It could have gone anyway as he looks to scoop, and just the luck of the West Indies. Bad luck, you know. Just Butler, and he's laughing as usual. Yeah, boy, that hurt. That hurts. To see Just Butler laughing, it hurts. Still working on the likes, just 135 it is now. Remember that if you're not seeing the thumbs up button, click off the live chat and you'll see it. Older to Butler, turn this into the onside. They go through for a quick singer. That's rotating the strike. 32 for 1 after 3.4. So that was the West Indies batting card. That impetus really started by Rovman Powell and brilliantly finished by Jason Older and Raston Chase. Definitely Romario Shepherd also contributed by making 19 off 11 deliveries. So those last 4 batsmen did well. Outside the half stump, did he nail the wide Yorker? Yes, he did. It's 32 for 1 after 3.5. And that's why it was important that our top order batsmen had rotate the strike, because 195, you could really now see that if our top order batsmen were not going that slow, we could have easily got 220, you know? So that is something that we need to look at, definitely. Don't understand what is going on. I hope you are hearing me. Please put in the live chat if you are hearing me. I realize that the image are gone, but you can put in the live chat and tell me if you are hearing me. I hope you are hearing me. Realize that there are no images here. It's no image. End of the over, 33 for 1. I'm frozen. What does that mean here? Don't understand what is happening. I hope we are back now and we are good and we are set for the rest of the day. You know, 47 for 1 after 5. Yes, thank you very much. England starting to accelerate already, said Sheldon Smith. Well, that Johnson Charles innings really has to be talked about, you know. And even Shea Hope, because despite Shea Hope hitting all of those sixes, he was not getting the singles. Here's Alzari Joseph. But the good thing, we made 196, so we are still in the match. Clipped away by Butler down towards mid-wicket as it bunks away into the boundary for 4. First delivery by Alzari Joseph, picked up, and it just banged away down towards mid-wicket for 4. Yeah, yes, Banana Brooks. Well, so the likes haven't reached the 150, but the thing about it is that I think what happened, the camera probably needs some charging, and it appears that the battery has discharged. Short delivery to Butler, who looks to pull, misses, and both batteries are discharged, so they are empty. So hopefully they are charging fast enough. The battery that is in the camera now, it is charging fast enough that it doesn't go as blank again. You know, so I think that's what happened. It runs out of charge, and you really don't want your battery to be running out of charge. But those things happen when you have so many things doing, you know, and have to set up before a match. Here is Alzari Joseph. He comes in now, balls to Butler down the pitch, swings and misses. It goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. Intent being shown here by Butler. Alzari Joseph is bowling quick. I realize that at this match we are not seeing the speed that the bowlers are bowling at. I have not seen it at this match thus far. But Joseph really, Butler have thrown down the gauntlet here to him now. I was told that he heard that I run him off, and he's going to give me one. So there, short third man cover. The backward point is right back on the boundary. So there's a short third man, a cover, extra cover mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, and a short fine leg and a backward square leg. That's the field. 51 for 1. Joseph over the wicket, balls to Butler, with it down the ground for 4. One bounce, straight over back the bowler head, hitting the ball where it is coming from. He moves up to 23. England 55 for 1 after 5.4. So 2 deliveries to go in the power play, in the slot, and he hit it straight down the ground where it is coming from. Very important that we get out of this power play with as minimal damage as possible. So let's do this. 55 for 1 after 5.4 overs. 55 for 1. So they're checking on the ball. The umpire said that it is good. So Joseph looks at the ball. He now begins to move in. He's there. Over the wicket, balls to Butler. Butler hit the side in the air. Backward point. Chance for backward point. Oh, just out of his reach. Evan Lewis couldn't get there. 2 more to the total as they continue to run very, very hard. 57 for 1 now with 1 delivery to come in the power play. Backward point just couldn't get there. Wow. So Butler here, chances his arm. He's just going hard, you know. I don't think that he's holding his shape. That ball that he hit for 4 back over the bowler head, it was holding his shape. Why Lewis insists to come? Oh, so they are putting in the backward point now and then putting Lewis deep on the cover boundary. So in other words, he has come to his right. Balls to Butler, flicked away down back with a square leg. Fielder comes in and limit them to 1. That's from Mario Shepherd. End of the power play. Bad return though by Shepherd. Was it bad return or poor judgment by Shea Hope? Because the return wasn't right over the top of the stump. But I always said that if the return is not right over the top of the stump, the keeper or whosoever is taking the return must judge quickly whether they're going to need to back off and take the ball on the bounce, or they're going to need to run forward and take it on the full. And you can't wait until the ball bounces to decide that. You have to judge the trajectory of how it is coming through the air and decide whether I need to go forward to take it on the full or I need to go back to take it on the bounce. But it seems like most of these West Indies players, and these are things where you learn from school, but I guess probably they don't know. They probably don't. They probably never taught it, or probably low IQ. Yeah, well, yeah, you have to judge. You have to judge the flight of the ball coming in and make up your mind. Should I go forward and take it on the full, or should I go back and take it off the bounce? That's something that it's basic cricket. Basic cricket. Absolutely basic cricket. So we're just waiting on these likes to come up to 150. Actually, I move it up to 200 because 6 overs have gone. We almost reached the 10th over and it don't reach 150 yet. So maybe we should wait until we should put it up to 200 now then. So it's 200 because almost 10 overs have gone. It should be 200 at the drinks break. Multi balls to Butler who reverse sweep for 6. He looks and he smiles at the shot and said, well played. Butler moves up to 32 from 18 deliveries. Duckett is on 27. England 64 for 1. Just reverse sweep that away for 6. Oh my Lord. Wow, wow, wow. This isn't looking good at all, man. So please remember, just click off the live chat and click on the thumbs up button. And then you can come back to the live chat. And please don't submit your player ratings until the 18th or until after the 18th over. They will not be counted if you do so. But you can start the process, but don't submit it. If you submit it now, it will be deleted. In fact, I've deleted, I think it was either 3 or 4 that was submitted. So I've deleted them already, and you cannot resubmit because you can only submit once. How can you submit to a person? I saw somebody give Alzari Joseph, I think it was giving 5 out of 5, and him don't bat in the game and him don't bowl it. That's rubbish. Yeah, that's rubbish. Oh, that makes sense. So that and those are the things why I have to delete them, because it shows that the cricket is not being analyzed. It shows that it is just who you like or which country you're from. For you to give Alzari Joseph 5 out of 5 in don't bat, in don't bowl it, what you use to rate his performance? What do you use to rate his performance? You like him or he's from your country? That's what you do. So you must get 5 out of 5. And that's how we really analyze the cricket. That's one of the challenges. That's one of the challenges facing West Indies cricket, That just shows. 67 for 1 after 7. Not a bad over by Budakesh Moti, although that ball was reverse sweep for 6. But at the end, it's only... How many runs came out of the over? 10 runs? 9 runs came out of the over. Although one ball went for 6. So apart from that delivery, it was a good over. And I'm sure he's going to... Did they hit any boundary off Budakesh Moti in the first one-day international? I don't quite remember. Shepherd wide, 68 for 1 as he bowls to Butler, probably running from hits. Wide outside the half stump. 68 for 1 after 7 overs. I'll go through the West Indies batting card in a bit. Let's take this delivery from Romario Shepherd, and then we'll go through the West Indies batting card. Short third man backward point, mid-off long on, bowls a slow delivery to Butler, who works it down to cow corner for a singer. That fielder down there is Johnson Charles, who sends the return in. Shea Hope get himself in a meal again because he was neither forward to take it on the full nor back to take it off the bunks. Once again, he's waiting on the ball to bounce before he moves. The score goes up to 69 for 1. Remind you that West Indies made 196. So we are still in this game. England still need to score at over 9 runs per over. So, and it's a small outfield, yes, but they still have to score at over 9 runs per over. You would say England is on top at this time. If I was a betting man, I would give England the advantage at this time, but West Indies is still in this game. Shepherd bowls to Duckett, wide signal again, 90 for 1 after 7.1. So Lewis was out first ball, leg before to Mark Wood for naught. Johnson Charles, he made 47, faced 39 balls, 3 fours and 3 sixes. Shea Hope, he made 49, 38 deliveries, 2 fours and 4 sixes. And that is key to because Shea Hope's strike rate was less than 130, despite hitting 4 sixes and 2 fours. And so the person who had came on to say we are disrespecting Shea Hope, although he's hitting a lot of sixes. I hope that person can understand that although he was hitting those sixes, at the end of the day, his strike rate was 129. So hitting sixes is a good thing, but then he has to be heavily criticized for his 129 strike rate because clearly he was not rotating the strike. Back of a lane, down to cow corner. Oh, brilliant catch by Rovman Powell. You beauty boy. Duckett goes. Back of a lane, swung it down to cow corner. And wow, Rovman Powell took a blinder. Oh, brilliant. We need to see that again. 72 for 2. What a catch. What a catch by Rovman Powell. Look at this catch again. Back of a length, swung away, slow delivery, missed time, missed the middle of the bat. Look at Powell goes. Oh, on the run, full run. And then when he catches the ball, it bubbles out of his hand and he was able to hold on to that right hand. And most importantly, he protect the ball. Protect the ball. What a catch. What a catch. So you see the point I was making to the gentleman who came on and said we are disrespecting Hope and he's hitting all those sixes. And that's why I'm saying that he never separate the issue. Because hitting sixes is one thing. And you praise him for hitting the sixes. But the rest of his innings was poor. And that's why I always say you have to separate issues. And that's one of the good ability I have. Because I can, like that now. Brilliant catch by Rovman Powell just now. Absolutely brilliant. But if he drop a dolly next ball, I'm going to say drop a dolly and it's poor fielding. Because it is. And those are the things that you cannot be in the same rigid state for perpetuity when the game is evolving. It's fluid. Shepherd bowls, turn away, down towards the man on the backward square leg boundary for a singer, 73 for 2. The new batsman is, look at that, they're showing the catch again, is Brook. Look how he protect the ball, he protected that ball. That's key, especially when you're on the boundary, you have to protect the ball. Shepherd comes in now, bowls to Butler, and Butler get a slow delivery, which he turns it into the onside for a singer. 74 for 2 after 7.5. So what you have from England here now, for over 2, they probably take their foot off the gas, make sure that they rotate the strike, and then they start going hard again. But they will not be back down. They will not be back down. They are not going to soak up any dot ball only looking to hit 6 and 4s. 74 for 2, one delivery to coming over number 8, Shepherd. In the second over, 1 for 21 from 1.5 overs. He comes in now, bowls to Harry Brook, he's up. Bowls to Brook, and Brook turn it into the inside. Again, they go through for an easy single. They are just going to pin it around for the moment. Run 1 and 2. They'll capitalize on those bad balls as they come, but they're not going to be swinging from the hip. 75 for 2 after 8. 75 for 2 after 8. So I'll give you the West Indies bowling chart. I'll give you the West Indies playing 11 also. So there's the West Indies playing 11 on the screen. The West Indies playing 11 on the screen. Bowling for West Indies thus far. Akil saying 2 overs, none for 17. Jason Holder 2 overs, 1 for 15. Romario Shepherd 2 overs, 1 for 22. Alzari Joseph 1 over for 11 runs. Gudakesh Moti 1 over for 11 runs. Would I go back to Gudakesh Moti now, or would I bring him from the other end and stay with and bring Joseph from this end? Well, Hussein back into the attack. I love this move. I have no problem with this move. Hussein round the wicket, bowls to Harry Brook, who turned this to mid wicket for a single. 1 more to the England total. They are 76 for 2 after 8.1. I love this move. Go back to Hussein, because I am one who believes that Hussein should get his overs out quickly. And so the required run rate is 10.23. That means it had gone up. So we are bowling fairly well here because the run rate has gone up. Hussein bowls to Butler, and Butler again just played it into the inside for another single. They know that they are in control. You saw what West Indies would have done towards the back end of our innings, and they too have the capacity to do that. What they don't want to do now is losing too many wickets, and when that time come around, they can't press the gas. Because if you press the gas at that time and you continue to lose wicket, you will be in a position that you could get bowled out. Hussein bowls to Harry Brook. Ease it down to the fielder coming off the mid-wicket boundary for 1 more. 3 deliveries, 3 singles. The shot is not there for the 6. What West Indies would be doing, they'll be swinging hard, getting bottom edges into their pad, going back to the bowler, going back to the fielders inside the circle, and there would have been no run. So pick up the singles. Which one is better, the dot ball or the single? Dot ball better every time than a single. Hussein comes in, bowls to Butler, and Butler's drives. Can't beat them at mid-off as that ball grips and turn away from him. And once they get a ball in their zone, they're going to pounce on it, They're going to pounce on it. So Hussein can't be afford to miss his line and his length here. Hussein round the wicket to Butler, goes for the reverse sweep and swept it away down to the fielder on the backward square leg boundary, but he cannot get there for 4. So Johnson Charles was a bit slow in getting round. 82 for 4 with 1 delivery to coming over number 9. So probably just a bit too full or not full enough to beat the reverse sweep. So just Butler there just pulling out the reverse sweep. 8 4s and 3 6s have been hit thus far in the England innings. Have to be tight. Hussein to Butler, and Butler off the back foot, force it down to long on for a single. So without no fuss, without no hurry, 8 runs out of the over. 4 singles and a boundary. That's how you do it. That's how we need to do it. That we need to learn those things. No fuss, no worry. 8 runs out of the over. At the end of the over, they are 83 for 2. Hussein 3 overs, no maiden, none for 25. 3 overs. I think he will bring on Gudakesh Moti. All right, should we give the two? It's the funny thing about cricket nowadays, because the two right-handers are at the crease. They're going to say that, matchup. So the matchup won't work. So we're not going to bowl the half spinner. Not for me. I would bowl the half spinner. I would love for them to bring him on. Definitely love to see Chase comes on. Definitely. I have no problem with Chase coming on. But they're going for the quick man. They're going for Alzari Joseph. So we're playing 3 seamen in this match. All right. We're playing Shepherd, Alzari. Who is the third seamer? Older. Okay. So we'll still have 6 overs of seam after this one. So, all right, cool. 6 out of the last 10. Okay. Joseph bowls, turn away into the onside, down to cow corner for a single. 1 more to the total. So we'll have 6 overs seam after this one. Older have 2, Shepherd have 2, and Joseph have 2. 6 from 10. So we'll need to get in 4 overs of spin. I assume as Akil Hussain will bowl one of those, and I assume that he will go back to Gudakesh Moti just to make sure, because I think if we get a wicket and a left-hander comes to bat, Joseph bowls to, that's looked to be Brook, was giving himself room, but Joseph followed him and he bottom edged it down to short fine leg for a single. 85 for 2 after 9.2. So let me check on the likes. Have the likes passed 150? Oh, they still don't pass 150, so I'll keep going. 85 for 2. Here comes Alzari Joseph. Over the wicket, bowls to Butler, who looks to reverse scoop, and he saw him and fired it outside the half stump. And did he signal a wide? No wide signal. The score remains at 85 for 2. 85 for 2. As I said, I want to big up Roxanne Gray. I hope I get her name right. Miss Gray, I really appreciate your financial contribution to the Cricket Forum. We appreciate it, madam. Thank you very much. This one swung away high in the air. As he got the timing right. Oh, drop. My God. Johnson Charles, what are you doing? Oh, what the shite is Johnson Charles doing? Is this Trinidad again? What the shite Johnson Charles is doing, Lord? Joseph comes in, bowls to Brook, outside the half stump, he nailed the wide, the arcade goes through to the keeper, and there is no run. This is much better from the West Indies bowlers. Can somebody tell me what Johnson Charles is doing? What's the shite is that? What's the shite is Johnson Charles doing? Can you imagine? 86 for 2 West Indies. Not West Indies, England. Should have easily be 85 for 3. Should have easily be 85 for 3 at the drinks break. I'm upset, man. I am upset. Joseph bowls to Butler, Brook, who looks to pull, taking on the gloves. Don't shy, Cheo. 87 for 2 at the drinks break. you heard me talking about poor judgment. Now, so let me teach again. I know that most of you know, but some of you don't really understand. So I'm always glad for the opportunity to teach. When the ball hit to you in the air, no matter where in the field you are, the first thing you have to do is to identify the path of the ball. When you identify the path of the ball, you get yourself in that path as quickly as possible. In the case of Johnson Charles right now, he needed to identify the drop zone of the ball as quickly as possible. Identify the drop zone. And he had more than enough time to get himself in the drop zone to execute the catch. And he made a shiting meal of it. I am not happy. I am not happy. I am not happy. Is it that, because we really have to start talk, it's something that we have to talk, it's natural. It's natural. Is it that his vision is leaving him to play cricket at this level? I'm not saying that he's getting blind, but is it that those fundamental movement skills that he need to get into position and his ability to sight the ball early enough so that he can judge where it is going, are those things leaving Johnson Charles? We have to be asking those things now. We saw when he was batting, these things were happening too. Yes, he made 47, but what? He took 38 balls to make those 47. Are we happy with the 47? Or we are, if you are going to make 47, you can't take so long. You can't take so long. We have Moti didn't get any bat. Hussein never bat. Holder and Chase was at the crease. That means that West Indies end their innings with unused resources. Unused resources while a man is taking 38 balls to make 47. Is that the discussion? Or is it that we are happy with the 47 because runs on the board is runs on the board? Where do you come down on the discussion? And wherever you come down, could you just say why you come down on that point? So hopefully we can get the likes up to 200 so that we can start the discussion. So Moti has come back into the attack and the ball is slapped down to Johnson Charles, who picked up cleanly this time. Well done, man. Good bit of feeling there. He got to it, pick up cleanly, sends the return in. Well done. Good bit of feeling there from Johnson Charles on the cover boundary. So 82 for 2 West Indies. Sorry, I keep on saying West Indies. England, 82 for 2. So Moti is it now. He comes in now. Round the wicket, bowls to the batsman Butler, who gave himself room and slapped it down to long on for a single. One more to the total. And Butler is going to continue to go hard unless he's out, because right now I think with 96 needed, it's 98 needed. So that's about 11 runs and over there. So Moti comes in, bowls to Brook, who was giving himself room, and Moti followed him. It played down to mid-wicket for another single. The reverse sweep is going to come from Butler now. He's not going to go towards leg stump for this delivery. He's going to go towards the offside for this delivery. No leg side is going for this delivery. He's going towards the offside now. Let's watch. He comes in now, bows. He's shaped to go to the leg side and then step back in. So the mind game is coming through now, which is lovely. We always love to see it. This is good from Gudakesh Moti. as the required run rate now is moving up towards 11.5. Moti to Butler. He followed him again. He gave himself room outside the leg stump. He followed him again. He played it down to Rutherford on the deep mid-wicket boundary. Sends the return in. One more to the total. 91 for 2 with one delivery to come in over number 11. So what do? Who are you bringing on from the next? Well, we can't have a discussion because the likes are not up to 200. But I would have loved to be having the discussion. I'm not seeing. So I'm not in the live chat section because I'm waiting on the likes to reach up to 200. When the likes reach up to 200, I'll go back to the live chat section. 92 for 2 after 11 overs. So the West Indies bowling chart was saying 3 overs, no maiden, none for 25. Jason Older, 2 overs, no maiden, 1 for 15. Romario Shepherd, 2 overs, no maiden, 1 for 22. Alzara Joseph, 2 overs, none for 14. Budakesh Moti, 2 overs, none for 14. So we have 3 bowlers at 7 and 1 at 8. Only Romario Shepherd is at 11. He did get a wicket. Got the wicket of Ben Duckett. So it's looking to be Shepherd that is coming back into the attack for his 3rd over. He's over the wicket, bowls to Brook, and Brook was giving himself room wide outside the half stump, 93 for 2. Slow delivery there by Romario Shepherd. Man, he has an habit of getting wickets, A bit expensive, but do has an habit of getting wickets. That's Romario Shepherd. As Brook was looking to charge him, and he bowled it outside the half stump. Has both batsmen been dropped? Shepherd to Brook, and Brook short, and he bang it down to the fielder on the cover boundary. Good work that time by Evan Lewis, and they have to stay on 1. The score goes up to 94 for 2 after 11.1. 94 for 2. We need the likes up to 200, please. We have 37 to go. It's 163. Remember, just click off the live chat if you're not seeing the thumbs up button. It takes less than a second to like the video. Shard pulled away down to Cow Corner on the bounce. 1 more to the total. Good stop by Johnson Charles. He picks it up cleanly. Sends the return in. Good stop, young man. 95 now for 2. So the target is 197. They're laughing at Johnson Charles. It's all part of the game. They're taking the mickey out of him. They are clapping him for stopping that ball. Shepherd bowls to Brook, who steered this away for 6. Yes, full toss, and he steered it away over backward point for 6. Bad delivery by Romario Shepherd, and he just steered it away over backward point for 6. England now 101 for 2 in over number 12. I think it's one of those days where Shepherd is not nailing it. All the other bowlers are bowling better than him. So I think this is one of those days where you go to Rust and Chase. And they are checking. It's a no ball too. It's a no ball. Well, no, I don't think it's a no ball. If he had stand up straight, it would have below his waist. So they can't call it a no ball. I'll go to Chase, honestly, because that's the main reason why Chase is in the team. Shepherd bowls to Brook, short, and he hit it down to the man. Oh no, in the gap, 4 more. In the gap, 4 more. Harry Brook just pressing now. 105 for 2. $105 for 2. Not one of Shepherd, better spell. He has these spells ever so often, Ever so often he has these spells. Too often for the good of West Indies cricket. Wide, singer, 6-4. So 13 off 4 deliveries. He has 2 deliveries to come in this over. So 1 for 35 from his 2.4 overs. So he's making some adjustment in the field, and this is good. This is one of the things that I don't see happening in the women game. So in West Indies women. So particularly good to see that this is happening. Adjustment in the field based on what wide outside the half stump, 106 for 4. So he has a short third man and he has a cover. And then he has 3 fielders on the offside boundary. Therefore, he's saying, I'm going to bowl outside the half stump. And hope the batsman knows that too, you know. But he's hoping that he will nail it and the batsman will hit it to the fielder instead of hit it for 4. But at least he's using the statics. As Harry Brook moved across the crease and clipped it down to Cow corner, and again Johnson Charles misfield. And the Kimbo by Romario Shepherd as Johnson Charles misfield. He's having a terrible day in the field, this Johnson Charles. He can't catch, he can't field, he can't stop a ball. It doesn't look like he's seen. 108 for 2, and those spectators are taking the mickey out of Johnson Charles, you know. Shepherd outside the half stump, edge away for 4. How many out of that over? 13, 14, 16, 20 out of that overs. So there are 92 at the start of the over, and there are now 1. That's it for Shepherd. You have to bowl chase for 1 over. Have to bowl chase for 1 over. I really want the discussion, but we're only at 168 likes, and we can't. We can't have 368 persons tuning in, and we only have 169 likes. And you know, I thank everyone for tuning in, but show some appreciation, man. Show some appreciation. You know, show some appreciation and like the video. We can get up to 200 likes. Show some appreciation. Show some appreciation and like the video so that we can have the interaction between your comments and make the thing more interesting. 380 watching and only 175 likes. We can more than get the likes up to 200. And as I said, if you're not seeing the likes, click off the live chat. You will see the thumbs up button. It takes less than a second. You click once and you don't have to pay. You're just showing some appreciation. Just showing some appreciation. Reverse sweep, down away, 4-4. Oh, it's out caught. Johnson Charles took a brilliant catch. I told you about Johnson Charles. He's the best fielder in the West Indies. He's the best fielder in the West Indies. Brilliant by Johnson Charles. Who can feel like Johnson Charles? Brilliant catch. Oh, what a catch by Johnson Charles. Oh, what a boy can field. Oh, who in the West Indies team can feel better than Johnson Charles? Oh, my Lord. What a catch. And Butler goes. That rigger shoulder and that smile, get off. The rigger shoulder and the smile, get off. Get off the damn field. Oh, brilliant by Johnson Charles. What a catch, boy. What a catch. I told you about him. He's the best fielder in the West Indies team. The best thing. Nobody can feel like Johnson Charles. Although he's closer to 40 than 35, none of them have a better IQ than 2020 vision than Johnson Charles. And the best thing is fundamental movement skill is smooth over the ground. He just slide over the ground. He just glide over the ground. Johnson Charles. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant by Johnson Charles. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you about Johnson Charles. They can't feel like him. What a catch. What a catch, Johnson Charles. Wow, lovely, 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 lovely. And he's getting a rousing round of applause. He deserves it. Well done. Well done. They were taking the mickey out of him down there, you know. They were taking the mickey out of him down there. But I was telling you all along, weren't I? I was telling you all along. that he's the best fielder in the West Indies team. All of you remember, he is the absolute best fielder in the West Indies team. Well, none of you can feel like Johnson Charles, man. He's my boss. Outside the half stump, cut away down to backward point for a single. One more to the total. England are 113 for 3. Just Butler gone. He didn't make the half century. And once again, Wigger shoulder doesn't reach the milestone. Wigger shoulder doesn't reach the milestone. He's the best thing. Johnson Charles, who can feel like him? What a catch. What a catch. Please slash a like on the video. Let's get it up to 200. That's a 195. So we're almost 5 there. Hussein bowls turn away into the inside for one more. And it comes in and he picks up and he said, out. Oh, he reached. He reached. They're going to check it, but I think he reached. As I said, you look at the line and look at the bat. And in your peripheral vision, you watch. He came in, he scooped on it, and he whips it in and the bongs. Wow. That's Johnson Charles again, you know. It's almost 2 from 2. He was agile across the field. He gliding. He picked up with his right hand. And in one motion, he shied into Shea Hope on the bunks, who whipped the bails off, but the batsman was home for 2. Hussein comes in, bowl short, pulled away, down to our friend Charles again, but this time they're limited for 1 as Heaven Lewis wants some of the adoration. So he cuts in front of Johnson Charles, picked up the ball and sent it in. 116 for 3. In over number 13. England need a big over here or 2, you know. We must restrict them. Big over 2 needed. Please remember, just click off the live chat, click on the thumbs up button. It takes less than a second. As I was saying that, you know, Bettel was chipping to Hussein, and I was hoping that it went to a fielder, but it did not. It went for 4. 120 for 3 after 13 overs. So match on here. This is going to be a very exciting match. It's going to be a very exciting match. Let's get those likes up to 200 so you can make it even more exciting. You have to get it up to 200 before I move the target again to 250, you know. If we are taking too long to get to 200, I will move the target to 250. I don't have a problem with this move, bowling Chase for an over. He can't be worse than Shepherd. His 3 overs went for 42 runs, I think. Yes, 42 runs. He's the only one who's going for double figures. And despite that over just now, they're trying their best to get to Hussein. It's 4 overs, 1 for 33. You take that every day, especially when the team is chasing 196, because 8.25 runs per over. If every West Indies bowler go for that, they will only make 165. 162. Chase high in the air as he got the distance. It gone a long way. Maybe Chase is better than Shepherd. He just bowled it right into the slot. So the 6 that he hit off the 1 ball, he gave it back away right away. And say, here's it, England. I hit the first ball for 6. So I'll give it back to you right away. He's going to go around the wicket now, though, too. Comes in round the wicket, short, cut, misses, wide signal, no wide signal, well bowled Chase. He fired that one hard into the pitch. Well bowled. Still don't reach 200 likes yet. I know although 400 person watching and we don't have 200 likes. Show some appreciation, man. Show some appreciation. Round the wicket, come Chase. Hit high in the air. I don't think he has hold of this one, you know. Caught. I know that he never have hold of it. Well done, Ravman Powell. Well done, Ruston Chase. This is West Indies. I know you that he never had hold of it. I said it, he never have hold of it. Well done. 126 for 4. Give Chase the ball. We need 20 likes for that dismissal. 20 likes for that dismissal. Come on, man. Let us get 20 likes for that dismissal. Just slash a like on the video. Click off the live chat. Brilliant. I called it. I said, give Chase the ball. Give Chase the ball. Didn't I say? Today is not Shepherd Day. Give Chase the ball. And he went round the wicket. Hard back of a length in the pitch. Brook trying to hit out because they need more than 10 runs per over to win. What he did, he held out. Powell took another catch. His second of the innings. You know, Powell could be the man of the match here, you know. Could be the man of the match, you know, because his impetus, his innings was what really started that impetus, and then Jason Holder came in and capitalized on it. And then that brilliant catch that he took to get rid of Duckett. And then he took another catch here. Jason Holder got 1 wicket also, and his strike rate was, Jason Holder's strike rate was over 300 or 200. Just checking on Jason Holder's strike rate. It was 322. Rahman Paul was 226. Hit away down to mid-wicket. Chance again. No, in the crowd. So Chase, all right. Here the plan for Chase now. Here the plan for Chase. You see, 6, and the other ball was a dot ball, then a wicket, and then 6. If this ball is a dot ball, I guarantee you that the next ball is a wicket. Any of this ball is a dot ball, the next ball is a wicket. Wide, it's not a dot. Wide. 132 for 4. Let me see that. Let me check on the likes. Well, yeah, that. Okay, well, we passed the 200 targets. So I'll click. I'll go to the live chat. Oh, there are 92 comments. I can't read all of those. Wide again by Chase. 134 for 4. So 14 out of this over, despite a wicket. Have to. Come on, Chase. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. I can't put so much pressure on Holder. And Kamoti has some over left, you know. Full toss, clipped away down to wide long on for a singer. I'm coming to your comment now. I appreciate I appreciate everyone who have shown them their appreciation by liking the video. And I'm coming to your comment, but I'm trying to assess the bowling now. How we're going to do the bowling. Is that have we kept back Moti too late, or Moti can bowl over number 15, because we need to get 2 overs between Shepherd, Moti, and Chase. We need to get 2 overs. So I just saw the captain walk out there. Loud appeal, that should be out, you know. That should be out. You have to review it. Review it, man. You have 2 reviews, only 6 overs left. Burn a review. Oh my God. 6 overs left and you have 2 review. Burn one. So I saw the captain just walk out there. He should have sent out the instruction to review. They need to work out a signal so that the captain can tell them when to review. They need to work out a signal. I saw the captain walk out there and gave some instruction, you know. But I would have burned a review there. So we must get 2 overs from Moti, Shepherd, and Chase. I would go with Moti for this over, you know. I'll get him in the 15th over, especially that there's a new batsman at the crease. Isn't there a new batsman at the crease? They are 135 for 4. You know? So I would definitely get him in for this over. Tom Banton. Well, oh yes, they're going with Moti. Good decision. Oh, that's what the captain came down and told them, you know. Because you saw Jason Holder was warming up, and so the captain stepped down and squared him. You remember Jason Holder warming up? So the captain came down and squared up his shoulder and said, "What are you doing? It's multi-time now." I guess that's what he did. Michael Davis said, "Come on, guys. We shouldn't have to let Mr. Brown have to be asking us to like the videos." Thank you very much, Michael Davis. After all, he's given us good commentary. Like up the videos. Thank you very much. After back foot, steer this away down to backward point to Charles, and he sends in the return. Laugh my ass off, said Mr. Casanova. Captain Sammy, 62 or 4 overs. 62 or 4 overs. No, man, it's 6 overs. It's 6 overs. It says 10 runs and over. Well, we are human being. We are human being. So, Charles has not even cracked a smile, said Banana Brooks. Well said, Mr. Brown. JC deserves that reprieve. Text yellow. Good goalie. Nice. Text yellow goal. Thank you very much, goalie. Nice. Hit away down to long off for a singer. So yeah. Happy for that catch, but wasn't that a very straightforward catch, said Enos D. Get to the program, Enos D, man. Enos D, you have to get to the program, man. You have to understand, man. Get to the program, the boss. You have to understand the program now. No, it's all right. Turn away, down to back with a square leg. It's all right, Banana Brooks. It's all right. So you have to understand the program, man. Not good commentary. You are giving us excellent. Oh, Winston King, I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. It warms my heart. I think it warms my heart. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I really appreciate every one of you here. Thank you, Winston King. Slapped away down to long off for a singer. One more to the total. Rovman Powell sends the return in. England won 38 for 4 with 2 deliveries to come. So they need 58 from 32 deliveries. I really want to see it go up to 2 runs per delivery, but then this is going to be a tight one. Thank you all for tuning in. Please remember, though, to slash a like on the video. Any moment now, and remember the reverse sweep. He beats the man at short fine leg for 4. Those Tom Banton, it's hard to set field for those reverse sweep, but then it happens. 143 for 4 after 14.5 overs. 143 for 4 after 14.5 overs. So still good going here by Moti. He's still keeping the run rate under 8. So Shea Hope. I wonder if Shea Hope have a device in his ears or under his shirt, and so Sammy said, the skipper said, not Sammy, the skipper said, go down and tell Moti this. Ball to Banton, down the pitch. Has he timed it? Yes. Down, 6. Backside. $149 for 4. Big shot by Banton. 5 overs to go. They need 48 to win. 48 from 5 overs. England should win from here now. 48 needed from 5 overs. You see those early overs. You see those deliveries that Charles and Shea Hope eat up. Those deliveries, they are coming back to haunt us now, because they are the deliveries why we never get that extra 25 runs. Those deliveries are coming back to haunt us right now. They are coming back to haunt us. Let's hear your feedback. Jimmy Smith is saying West Indies can win this one. Well, I really hope so, Jimmy Smith. Mr. Casanova is saying Banton looking dangerous. Yes. Never Isaac is saying, for the good of West Indies cricket, the batsmen must be able to score at least 4 singles every over, and 2 bowlers must bowl tight spells, said Never Isaac. No, man, we are winning this one, said the champion. I really hope so. Big over here now from Alzari Joseph. Big over. Joseph, over the wicket, balls clipped away high in the air. Let's see what happened. It's out of the ground, it's into the crowd. 6 more runs here. 161 is it? No, 155 now for 4. 155. We need a bowler to go bang, bang. Right, Sheldon? You see like how Older went bang, 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 and then Shepherd went bang, bang. We need two bowlers now to go bang, 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 bang. 155 for 4. The target is now 42 from 29 deliveries. Once there are more balls than runs, we can do it. This is cricket. Joseph to Bettel, it is high in the air. It's coming down. It's coming down. It's coming down. What happened there? 6 more. It comes down out of the ground. Wow. Wow. So Bettel here doing what Jason Older have done. England should win from here. For the true wicket is the order of the day. Right now, we need 2 wickets to win. I agree with you, A-Word. We need 3. Why haven't we used a pinch hitter? And I don't understand Andre Holmes. From that comment, I think you're just joining us. Thank you very much for joining us. We appreciate it. Yorker said Banana Brooks. We should go to Yorker. Mr. Cricket Forum, the bowling is seriously a problem now. Yes, we have been taken to the cleaners. We have been taken to the cleaners, definitely. Poor deliveries from Joseph, said Mr. Casanova. Yes, I agree. I don't think we are winning this one, said Wilson Mans. It doesn't look. If England lose from here, they gave away the match. Yeah, it's over. England is on the charge. Let's watch now as Joseph comes in now, bowls to Bettel, and Bettel slap this to the man at cover. Romario Shepherd, and they go through for a single. The thing is, though, with 4 wickets gone, 2 or 3 quick wickets, bring us right back into the match, It's not like that there are 1 or 2 wickets down. So as Sheldon said, if somebody can go bang, bang, and then in another over, somebody go again, bang, bang. We're back in this. And it is very possible. It is very possible. Mr. Cricket Forum, we shouldn't have played the 3 spinners, said K. Kirkamute. Balls turn away, half the pad. Wow. Mr. Casanova said, audacious shots indeed. 36 required, said Banana Man. Yes, they 36 required from 20 deliveries, is it so? 26 deliveries. Well, 4 4s 24. 26 deliveries. 36 required from 26 deliveries. There they have it on the screen. So Bettel is best. Yes, please. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, please remember to smash a like on the video. It's very important. Joseph bowls to Bettel, slapped it away, over cover for 6. This is a bad over by Alzari Joseph, man. Bad over by Alzari Joseph. Bad call by the coach. Bad call by the captain. Definitely bad call. Winston King, if they're watching on YouTube, they should still be able to hit the like button. The champion said, Bettel is the best player to come from the Caribbean in 10 years, said Arvin Lynch. Wow. Thank you for your comment, Arvin Lynch. What about Edmire, Arvin Lynch? You don't think Edmire better than Bettel? Let's watch now as Joseph comes in now, bowls to Bettel, and Bettel, the guide it away, is out caught. Oh, he's out caught. He looks to reverse sweep, and he sweeps it into Chade's hands at short third man, and Bettel goes. So West Indies have picked up their 5th wicket, 169 for 5. So they're going to check it if it was a bomb ball, but it wasn't. It came straight off the top edge of the bat to the man at short third man. 169 for 5. So 2 more quick wickets, and we are back in this. So Kirkham, Mr. Cricket Forum, this attack cannot bowl out the England under 19 team. Don't agree with you, Kirkham. I think that is unfair to these guys. The England under 19 team can't back this attack. Well, should have said that they can't bat it, but they ain't gonna. It's straight off the bat, as I said, straight off the bat. Sticking to the same opening batsman isn't working. Put a Older or Shepherd to open, and I have them go after everything, said Andre Holmes. I saw where Sheldon Smith is saying that he would have used Andre Russell to open. As I have said before, that the bowlers are very poor indeed. True. Joseph can't bowl Yorkers at will, an average bowler. But I don't think any bowler really nailed the Yorker at will. You might try to attempt it, but no bowler really nailed it. Joseph is just trying to bowl fast. He need to mix up his pace, said Will Simmons. Well, I guess that was before he got the wicket, though. Call DJ Bravo to coach the bowlers. That will never happen. Sammy and Bravo won't get along together. Got the wickets, but the one was too expensive. Yeah, damn. Russ and Shepherd are run struck. Why they are not bowling Yorkers? Shake my head, said that person. It misses me. Joseph had a very good ODI series, but he's struggling seriously in the T20 series. As that one was turned away by Banton down to mid-wicket for a singer. One more to the total. I always, you see, England should win from here. No doubt about that. As long as there's more runs than ball, I always have hope. I'm not giving up. I never think of Joseph as a very good bowler. He gives up too many runs, said Valney Golden. And Kirk Amute is saying, Mr. Cricket Forum, it is too late. The people of the West Indies will be coming for Sammy and hope if they get there while whitewash, no doubt. Kirk Amute said that they'll be coming for Sammy. I want to make it clear, I am not Sammy out. You know, some persons can't. Like I saw one person, I think it was SOS something, which he was showing some low IQ. He think that if you criticize Sammy, you mean Sammy out, and if you criticize him, you are disrespecting him. I don't know. I guess when he criticize his children, it means that he's disrespecting them. Criticism doesn't mean disrespect, man. You know? And, you know, one of the arguments, do you want your child English teacher to build your house? You know, your child English teacher, she's a brilliant English teacher. Well, let's say she, for argument's sake. She's an absolutely brilliant English teacher, but that's what she's good at. But to build your house, you need a brilliant mason. Over the wicket comes Older, turn into the onside. Persons like SOS Village, SOS Music Labor, don't understand how you separate those things, you know. How can you win with bowlers bowling at 16 runs and over 14, 15, and 16 overs? Now, with only 22 runs to go, I hope you start submitting your player ratings form. So any forms that comes in now, I will accept them. Those first four forms that came in, I have already deleted them. So the player ratings is at the top. You can see it there pinned to the top of the live stream at the top of the live chat, the player ratings. You can see it pinned. Let's watch this delivery from Jason Older. Balls turn away down to longer up mid-off, and there is no run. Good delivery that from Older. At my eyes on the field. It's also in the video description. So just below the video where you see more, click on more, and you will see the player ratings form. Click on the link, open the form, it will open in a new window. Rate each player's performance from 1 to 5. There are over 400 of you watching. We should get at least 100 forms. So rate each player's performance from 1 to 5 and then submit the form. Right? So submit the form after you rate each player. I'd put the form in the live chat early and also in the video description so that you could have started the process before. So right now, basically, you don't have to adjust the rating for probably Shepherd, adjust it for Powell, adjust it for Older, and adjust it for Chase, and then you'll have 3 other players. So most of you would have completed most of it, so it will be easy for you, and that's why I put it in so early. But some persons were rating Alzarri Joseph even before he bowled a ball in the match and submitting the form. So I had was to delete those forms. Reverse sweep down to the boundary for 4. What a shot. Old have to just look at the batsman. As he just reverse sweep that one, that's Jack's. It was pitched up and he reverse sweep it with a straight bat. And he's having a laugh and said, that's Boyle's lucky. 180 for 5 after 17 overs. But you can play those shots because you practice them and you practice them and you practice them. West Indies batsmen want to come out and play shots that they don't practice. Batsmen want to come out and play shots. It's like they practice it 20 times and say, oh, we get it. While the English are practicing it 20,000 times. Did Jamaica win the football match yesterday? So please click on the links in the video description. Those live links, just click on it and then submit your player rating. It will open in a different window and you can always submit your player ratings. I look forward to at least 100 submissions today. So it will give us a good understanding of the West Indies performance. Just repeating it again, in the video description, click on where you see more. And so there'll be a drop-down list there. Right beside, you'll see player ratings. Click on that link. The link will open in a new window. Then you can give your player ratings and submit it. As Joseph bowls a no ball, which was hit down to the boundary for 4. The wheels are coming off. England only need 12 runs to win now. So the wheels are coming off. Clearly, the wheels are coming off. England only need 12 runs to win. So please submit your player rating. I'm really looking forward to seeing it. And there is a I think Athena had said to me, because some persons were rating some persons higher than some. So again, like for example, I think there was a match where Sheo got a 1-ball ducks and somebody gave him 10. You know, short outside the half stump, wide signal, 186 for 5. Really indisciplined here now from Alzarri Joseph. He lost it in this game. He lost it. He lost it in this game. These things happen. Let's see how these last. Well, the over not even started yet. So 5, 6, 7 runs. Is it 7 runs or 8 runs from the over and it don't even start yet? So here's Joseph. He comes in now. Clipped away high in the air. This should be a free hit. It's a free hit, so I don't think the batsman would have been out. And they got 2. So Rush, I think it's a free hit. Wasn't it a free hit? Or then our Shepherd dropped the catch? Shouldn't he have thrown up the ball in the air? I am almost sure it was a free hit. Oh, sorry. Oh. What he was doing, he catch it. It was in his left hand, and while to put it in the right hand to throw it up, it fell. Could he have gone like this with the left hand? What? Because wasn't it easier for him to go like this with the left hand more than to take it with his right hand and then throw it up? To me, it would have been easier. Wow. So please submit those forms. Wide outside the half stump, cracked away is out. Another wicket goes down. Chase took a catch at cover. So one more wicket. There's still some life here. Enos is saying, honestly, it amazes me how we advocating for changing this person, dropping this person, and knee-jerk suggestion as the game progresses. I think man for man, West Indies players possess talent as others. Enos, it amazes you, fine. And we accept that it amazes you, but you would appreciate that others will be saying, how could it amaze Enos? You know, so we appreciate your opinion, we appreciate your perspective, but then there are always alternative views and we respect all of them. Just the same way we respect yours, I hope you'll respect others even though it may differ from yours. The self-imposed psychological burden which CWI imposes on the team by the many changes is haunting us now, said Paul Goodman. I would hope that you'll clarify that for us, Paul Goodman. I honestly don't know how to interpret what you said. What's next? Our captain is clueless, as is just a placeholder, and our coach using outdated data, said Mr. Casanova. Over the wicket, clipped away down to deep mid wicket for a single. And I don't know if, because I was not paying attention to the live chats because it was not reached up to 200, and I was asked, that was the benchmark before I come into the live chat window. But for Enos' comment, from what I saw, I don't hear anybody calling for changes in the team. What I'm hearing is persons criticizing the performance, which they have a right to do because they are emotionally attached to this. Because to support the West Indies team is not a rational thing, you know. If our thought process was rational in supporting the West Indies team, would have given up already. Because they hurt us so many times. It's an emotional attachment, and persons are going to react emotionally with their comments. You know, so we have to understand that too. Clipped away down to mid wicket. Let's see, work for the fielder. You won't get there 4 runs. It's now 193 for 6. You know, really and truly, 4 runs needed from 14 deliveries. I don't know if 220 would have won the game, but 220 would have put us in a better position. And I maintain that Shea Hope and Johnson Charles went too slowly. They used up too many deliveries. That's my position. Those 2 batsmen went too slowly. 193 for 6. England 1 hit away from victory. Joseph Bowl, and he steered it away down to third man on the bounce for a single. Shimron Etmire, and it's 94 now. Our bowlers have been bowling very poorly in this series, said A-Word. The total was a decent total, even if we have a lot of hitters, but apparently not very organized, smart playing batsmen and bowlers, said Enos. So this could be it. Please remember, so a very interesting comment there from Sheldon, because I really think that par is 225. Joseph Bowles steered away down to third man again for a single, end of over number 18. The score is 195 for 6. England need 2. SOS is saying, Sir Carlton, what's the solution? All the teams getting whitewashed. To be fair to your SOS views music, SOS Labor, I have done a lot of videos stating how you build this thing from the ground up. It's really started from the ground, come right up. And I've done a number of videos. One of the things that I've said, and this is just one of the things that I've said, the Jamaica is one of the greatest track and field. Well, it was track, but now we are winning medals, gold medals in field. So keep it at track. Jamaica produced some of the greatest track athletes in the world for many years now. For the better part of half a century, we have been producing outstanding track athletes. Older bowls, swings, misses. Sheop toss it back to Older. So much so that there are more than 300 students from all over the Caribbean coming to Jamaican high schools so that they can benefit from the highly effective coaches that we have in Jamaica. Those coaches just never came about overnight. Wide delivery was wide signal, no wide signal, still needed two. But all of that, without going into details, it means therefore Jamaica have a working template in track and field. There's a working template. That's, I think, where we should start. Copy the Jamaica template and try and mold cricket into that template. But I've done a lot of videos on how we can go forward. But that's where we start. But top edge down to the third man boundary for 4. That's it for England. And so I will go through your comments. I'll spend some time going through your comments while you complete and submit those player ratings form. Good to see. Well, yeah, this is good though. This is good. 12 persons submitted already. So this is good. And being that the forms were there for a while, I expect the player ratings to be coming in sharp. So this is good. This is good. So that's one of the things. But I've done a number of videos. Even since here, I do 2 videos from the grassroots right up to West Indies. There's a third video that I need to do administrative wise and what need to be done administrative wise. I've not gotten around to that video as yet, but adapting the Jamaica template is one of the approaches that at the grassroots level. You know, there are many more recommendations that I put out, about 10 in all, but that's where we need to start. It's a grassroots problem, say SOS Music Labor. But I know where SOS Music Labor is going with that, because his next comment is going to be, you can't blame the coach. But I also, and a number of persons said that, but yet still, they have never yet answered the question, who is ultimately responsible for the performance of the team? They keep on not answering that question. Who is ultimately responsible for the performance of the team? And they go all around it. And they say that Sammy not batting, Sammy not bowling, Sammy not on the field. But none of them want to answer the question, who is ultimately responsible for the performance of the team? But there are 2 more questions that I want to ask about that too. Those same persons, because that's where SOS Music Labor want to go. So let me go there. Those same persons who are saying that Sammy is not to be blamed for he's not out there playing, is those same persons who have been telling us that Sammy moved the team from 9 to 3rd in the T20 ranking. Those same persons, you know. Sammy moved the team from 9 to 3rd. But now that the team has probably lost what? 2 out of 3 against Sri Lanka, 3 out of 4 against England. So that is what? 5 out of 7. Am I right? 5 out of 7. No, 4. Yeah, 5 out of 7. All 3 against Bangladesh. So that's 8 out of 10. And now 2 out of 2 against England. So that's 10 out of 12. Now that the team has lost it 10 out of 12, those same persons who were very quick to tell you that Sammy moved the team from 9th to 3rd, those same persons now are now telling you that Sammy is not responsible for the performance of the player. Those same persons. So that is 2. You're not answering the question on who is ultimately responsible for the performance of the team. And mark you, remember I said earlier, I am not summing out. I am not summing out. That is clear. They are not willing to tell you who is responsible for the performance of the team, ultimately responsible. 2, they credit Sammy for moving the team to 3rd from 9th. And 3, they point out to Sammy's achievement for taking over the job as test team coach. So, Andre Coley was responsible for the performance of the test team. And that's why he was relieved of his responsibility, because the team was performing poorly. But so Sammy, the greatest coach that West Indies has ever seen, he and his algorithm bot has taken over the test team. But if my calculation is right just now, we are trying, and if it is right, if it is wrong, tell me, but we have lost 10 out of our last 12 T20 internationals. And again, I'm not summing out, because when I'm summing out, let me tell you how summing out how come. I'll be here doing a live chat and something just click in my head. And it just click. And then he will just get the full blast of it. But right now, I'm not summing out. I am not summing out. Please continue to do those. Please continue to do the player ratings, and you'll see also ratings for the captain and also ratings for the coach. Overs from 14 to 18 average. Yeah, but you get to expect that, because we did that when we were batting 2, especially over when Powell came to the crease and the impetus was added. And we had gotten 225, we may still have lost this match. But Johnson Charles and Shea Hope were slow. They were slow. They use up too many balls. You see, if you make 13 from 10 balls, it's a different thing, when you made, how many Shea Hope made again? When you made 49 from 38 balls and 47 from 39 balls. So if you make 13 from 10 deliveries, your strike rate is 130. 49 from 38 balls, your strike rate is still 130. But there's a big difference. There's a big difference. Because you see the 13 from the 10 balls, it means then that you still give the rest of your team 28 deliveries to strike above the 130 that you strike. When you bat 38 balls and only strike at 130, your team is at a big disadvantage. So it's better you get out for 10 off 30, 13 off 10 deliveries, more than 49 off 38 balls. Because a 130 strike rate not going to win you. Not going to win you many T20 international matches. So from my standpoint, Charles and Hope batted too slowly. And if they never batted so slowly, we would have gotten more than the 220, because the effort Powell and Hope and Chase and Rutherford would have able to accelerate more if more runs were on the board. The coach picked the team. It is his responsibility. No ifs or buts or maybes. The coach and captain, because they are ultimately responsible for the tactics and the strategies, ultimately is one. Ultimately is one Lorenzo Allen. One. Ultimately. As Kirk Commute is saying, the players first, Mr. Cricket Forum, and the coach, because he keep picking players. Then Kirk Commute, if the players are ultimately responsible for the performance of the team, then we don't need a coach. We don't need a coach then. All right? So if it is the players, we don't need a coach. The players can just do their thing. The captain take charge, pick the team, and do the thing. So we don't need a coach in that way. And secondly, why was the coach given credit when the team moved from 9th to 3rd? Again, I want to repeat, I'm not Sammy out. I'm not the coach out. I'm not at this time. But we need to look at these things. It's really a combination of Powell and Sammy. More so Powell said the champion. But then the champion, when we don't need the coach, then as I said, the champion. The champion, a legend of this community. I think he's the champion, according to YouTube, the champion, and I know he has his purple heart, is the third leading, what do you call it, fan of this channel. So, yeah, so we are getting in some, but I think they are coming in slowly. We are only at 18. Let us try and see if, I'm going to give you a few more minutes. I'm here now for 10 minutes. I'll give you a few more minutes, probably 2-3 minutes, to see if you can get in some more farms quickly. So quickly finish up those. Quickly finish. I am a fan, but a very objective and non-emotional one. That's unusual, Enos. That's unusual. Non-emotional. I don't know. Is that possible? Is that, I believe, like some objective commentators like Bishop and Olding, it was clear that England was favorite to win. I think Enos has this line. It is not quite, because we know that it is likely that England was going to win. You would not bet on the West Indies to win. England was always every favorite, and we would have said that here. But while the match is going on, well, I don't know. I'll say, John P. Nicol, you're special. John P. Nicol is saying, let's call a spade a spade. Shea Hope may be a good batsman, but he's a horrible captain. You are wrong, John P. Nicol. You are totally wrong. I would have played it so. I would have shown it so many times. Let me show it one more time again, John P. Nicol, to show you that you are wrong. This is the review of Shea Hope. Hope blends instinctive decision-making skill. Sorry, let me go again. Hope blends instinctive decision-making with analytical precision, using in-depth match data and player performance insight to shape strategy. So, John P. Nicol, you are totally wrong. You are totally wrong. These are the expert opinions of Shea Hope, on Shea Hope, the expert opinion, not layman like us, the expert opinion. Good afternoon, Keith Aaron. It's a pleasure having you here. I totally agree with you. That is for Keith. Carlton, when will you be a bearer of good news to my home? Is that Robin Singh, are you saying? You want Robin Singh? Robin Singh, you want Robin? I heard that Robin Singh is a coach. And so, yes. Lorenzo Allen is saying, what I find funny, the same issues Sammy complained about when they won the 2016 World Cup. He lamented about backwardness of the West Indies cricket politics. The same, what I find funny is the same issues Sammy complained about that guy. Sorry, Lorenz, I was trying to take my time to try and interpret it to see if I can give a good response, but the comment gone. West Indies lost the match in overs 10-16. West Indies made 31 runs in those 6 overs. So Sheldon is saying, funny thing is when West Indies was on top of the world, we had no coach, said Sheldon Smith. Keith Aaron, Captain, please replay Johnson Charles dropping the crucial catch. Carlton, the crucial catch. So let's check out the player ratings now. Let's go to the player ratings and see what happened to the player ratings. So I'm going to go to the player ratings. So there's there is the player ratings, and so what I'll do. So Evan Lewis. So for me, I'm going to do my player ratings. So I'm doing my player ratings live. Evan Lewis, 1. I mean, can't give him more than 1. First ball ducks, can't give him more than 1. Johnson Charles, 47 runs made, too slowly. So I can't give him 3, which is average, because he batted too slowly. He never fielded well. But I can't give him 1. And this is weird. I have to go back to the 10, because the 5 doesn't give you much room. So let me give him a 2. Let me give Johnson Charles a 2. So 2 for John. What does that mean here? I give Evan Lewis a 1. Johnson Charles a 2. Why is it going back to? Don't understand. 1 for Johnson Charles. What does that mean? I'm trying to do this live, but it's not shuffling. I don't know what is happening to my player rating. So I'm not going to do my player rating live. I'm just going to take your response and see what you have. I don't know. I need to sort that out. So what we have decided to do now is not go by the average by the 1.35 up here, because you see some persons give Evan Lewis 4. I'm going to make a 1 ball ducks and you give him 4. So what we're going to start doing now is we're going to start 14 person gave him a 1. That's the highest number of person that gave him a 1. So he'll rate it as 1. His rating is 1. Johnson Charles, 10 person gave him 2. So his ratings is 2. 2 is rating. Person give him 4. Person give him 3. Person give him 1. We're going to go back to the 10 because 5 is just a little too narrow for us to express ourselves. So we'll give him 2. Johnson Charles is 2. Shea Hope, well, 8 person gave him 3, which is average. So we'll give him 3. 8 person gave him 3, so that's average. We'll give him 3. And for Shafin Rutherford, most persons gave him 1, so therefore Shepard Rutherford is 1. You see, and that is why we can't use the average, because somebody's giving 5 out of 5, giving Rutherford perfect for today's match. Rutherford makes 6 from 8 deliveries, not even a strike rate of 100, and persons think that he was perfect. And that is why you have to go to the persons that give him the highest mark. Ravman Powell, here 9 person gave him 4. So all right, so you gave him 4. He had impetus to the innings. So Ravman Powell rating was 4. So he has the highest rating thus far, and 2 good catches. Romario Shepherd, so 7 persons gave him 3, and then 6 gave him 4. So let's give him I'll give him a 3.5, because 6 and 7 makes 13, and the person's probably looking at the ball poorly. So although he made, so yes, let's stick with the three because, yeah, let's stick with the three because we can't change the policy. So let's stick with the three, yes. It would be compromise. For me, I don't think he was quite three. I think he was two because 19 from 11, although that's a good strike rate, no doubt about it, but then he bowled poorly. Jason Holder, yeah, four. I agree with that. Jason Holder, four. He bowled, for me, he bowled fairly well. And then he came and he had 29 from 9 deliveries. And then he came, he bowled 3.3 overs, 1 for 30. That's not bad. That's less than 9 runs and over. So I agree with the four there. So no have a problem with the four for Jason Holder. I think 4 is a fair score, as most of you agree. Rastan Chase 2. He got a wicket. He hit the first ball for 6. 11 of you believe that it is 2. I'm going with the 2 because most of you believe so. Gudakesh Moti. 7 of you believe that he should get 2. 7 of you believe that he should get 3. I figure that if we had put it at 10, which I'm going to put it back at 10 the next time, he would have probably get 5. So give him the 2.5. Fair enough. His average is 2.5 because 7 persons have him at 2, 7 have him at 3. It's only fair that we give him at 2.5. So the player of the match really at this stage look between Holder and Ravman Powell. Alzari Joseph, 7 persons have him at 2, so we'll go with the 2 for Alzari Joseph. Yeah, he never fired today at all. His bowling was way over the place. I think one of the time it looking disciplined. 4 overs, 2 for 45. Going at 11.25 runs per over. Can't blame you for giving him that score. So Akil was saying now, I see Akil was saying 8 person gave him 3. No problem there. 8 person gave him 3. 1 for 33 from 4 overs, coming off a flight earlier this morning, a few hours. Well bowled. I can't complain. For the captain now, I see that most person gave the captain 2. 8 person gave him 2. All right. And that's why I really need to put it back at 10. I just think that 5 is too short. We don't get a wide enough spectrum. So those persons who are saying so. And then for the coach, most persons, 11 persons said the coach should get 1. So that's the player rating. So Jason Holder and Ravman Powell, they are tied for the player of the match. I will leave the player. I won't discontinue the player rating, but those are the figures now that we have for the match. So it's between Jason Holder and Ravman Powell, and so I think that's a fair enough to give either one of them the match. Either one of them got it, I'll be comfortable with it. That 29 from 9 deliveries by Jason Holder was brilliant. Powell adding impetus to the innings, scoring. How many did Powell scoring? 34 from something like 15 deliveries, because he came in at a time when the West Indies run rate was struggling, and he came in and started it and Holder finished it quite fine. So 34, and that catch in the outfield was brilliant, and then he took another catch. So either one of them could get the match, and Jason Holder did bowl well also. So Roxanne Gray, thank you very much. So Roxanne Gray, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you here, Roxanne Gray. Roxanne Gray is a financial supporter of the channel, and we have to big up Roxanne Gray for supporting us. Thank you very much, Roxanne Gray. We appreciate your kind support. Thank you for your comment. Thank you for what you have done for this channel. One love. We respect it. And peace. Thank you all for tuning in. Please have a wonderful evening. Later this evening, we may do a recap of the match, and I'll get in some other guests and for them to give us their opinions, and tell us what they feel about this match. So until then, see you sometime this evening, probably around 6 o'clock Jamaica time. Take care of yourself. Take care of your loved ones. Bye for now.